Hello and welcome to Wednesday. We are back after a few week hiatus from our Wednesday night D&D. Sorry about that, but literally everything was happening Wednesdays. I nearly had to cancel tonight's session because the plan was for me to work tonight, but things kind of worked out in my favor for that. Don't have to do that, so that is it. We're never sorry, this is never going to go up.
We're working on the frames.
Hey, you're the one who gave them the shitty
This
names.
is the thing. We have.
No, I didn't name those.
Why did you just put
Just keep going.
Just remember when you guys are talking and doing that stuff, I'm looking at the camera and you guys are in my field of view.
No, we were on live for a little bit. I was doing my happy dance because the volume.
Not a single intro in 49. Speaking of which, this is episode 49 of the Guns of Erroll. But in 49 episodes, we have not had one intro go to plan. Not a single one. I guess that's like our thing.
I think I fucked up a lot of the ones.
Yes,
previous
I think everyone has fucked up at least a few of them at some point.
I made you laugh a few
We love you.
That's
long time.
Heart hands.
Hold on, Kyle, do it again.
So anyways, back on topic.
I hate you all.
And now for something
That's
completely
why he's
different.
injected
This
himself every
either
Wednesday.
is a great way for me to start a game session where you guys are about to go into a storm at sea. I'm gonna add 5 or 10 to add a DC of everything. Let's see.
You say that every time. Come on.
I do say that every time, and I do it every time.
Well, we've just
Bring
had
it
good
on.
rolls.
But thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to Wednesday nights. This is the Guns of Erroll campaign, episode number 49. We will have. You couldn't have done that before we went live.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Couldn't do it before we went live.
Hand me one of these, Joe.
No.
Can you wait? Can you guys just wait? Just let me get through my intro, and you guys can wait like 30 seconds to a minute, and then you can make all the noise you want when the cameras are off.
You're making it longer. It's your
Pass
fault
the
now.
snacks.
No.
I got
See what I have to deal with? It's like hurting monkeys.
I got a question. I can only count to 21, and that's when I take my pants off.
Well, as long as I can't see it, I guess. At
How
least
high
I
is
can't
49? Is that like double what I count?
see. Yeah,
Oh my
there you
God.
go.
No. That's it. I'm calling Ruth. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, so we do have a few announcements to make tonight. We are brought to you by our forever sponsor, my very small business, David's Thal and Terrain. Currently closed for commissions because I'm currently overloaded on commissions. We'll have those done very soon, then we'll be open for commissions again. If you guys want to find out more about that, I'm currently working on a website for David's Towels and Terrain, and it's going to be DTT from now on. So DTT or DTT.
DDT? Like the poison?
DTT.
Oh, okay, that makes more
I
sense.
prefer David's
Oh my
titties.
god. Oh my god. Or David's TTs. That's probably what it's going to end up being. But a website for that is incoming, so you guys can find out about my commission jobs. I'll be posting all of my current work, everything else on that website. If you guys currently want to find out what I'm doing, check me out on Instagram or on Facebook at David's Towels and Terrain on both of those. On Instagram, it's got a bunch of underscores, but if you type David's Towels and Terrain, my name does pop up. Part of our announcements are part of what I'm going to be talking about with David's Towels and Terrain here in just a little bit. But we do have a few things upcoming. We are going to try to get back onto our 3-day-a-week gaming schedule. Now, Game Vault's hours are increasing. I don't know if that's going to be starting Friday or Saturday when we open after our the work that we're doing on the store, the remodel. I don't know if it's going to happen then. It probably is. If that's the case, I may be getting an extra day off and working more hours other days. We don't know yet, so we will keep you guys updated on what's happening with that. But we are going to try to get to 3 days. We kind of like the streaming stuff as opposed to the recorded videos. We recorded a couple of videos and we watched them back, and it's not quite the same. We do we don't have a ton of interaction from you guys. We do have some interaction, and we really appreciate that. So we do like being able to interact with you all. So we're going to be sticking to streams for the time being, and this coming Friday, Paul and myself are actually going to be playing and reviewing a game that I'm very excited about, that I was able to get a copy of, and it's really hard to find a copy of right now. No, sadly, it's not Stardew Valley. which I do have some thoughts on that. I was able to play a print-and-play copy of that, and I'll let you guys know about what I thought of that. But and I can't tell you where I got it. But
You gotta say what's up.
that game is called Dominant Species Marine. I really like Dominant Species, the original, but it is very complicated, very heavy game. This one's not quite as heavy, and it has a marine, theme to it. So should be pretty fun. It's going to go along with our Oceans that we played. So maybe we'll start getting like some kind of marine life or Oceans kind of playlist going because we play a lot of those style of board games. But expect that coming 2 days from now on Friday. Paul has already earmarked that day, so we are going to be ready for that. We're going to play a couple of games of it before we go live, and then we're going to play one live. We may not play through the whole game because the games can take a little bit, but then we will do a review of the game as well. So check us out on Friday. What?
Nothing.
Stop it!
It's Joe. I'm sorry. He keeps laughing.
Oh, God. Okay.
You sure I'm the bad influence?
No, Joe comes back and it all falls apart. So expect that on Friday, and then next Monday, we're going to try to get back to finishing up the Dice Throne Adventures campaign. Sadly, we haven't really been able to finish that one. We may just do one more on that one, but you guys seem to be liking the videos. Guys are watching those videos more than the others. So if you want to see more of Dice Throne Adventures, either send us an email at our Gmail account. That's DysonDudes@gmail.com. We can put the little thingy up here for you.
It's there.
It's there? Okay, so it's right here. So email us there. Leave a comment on the video. If you're on Twitch, let us know on Twitch. We're watching, and we'll write your name down real quick. We get a lot of those, but we don't keep we don't keep comments on Twitch, like it doesn't save to the video, from what I can tell. Because when I go back and watch them, the comments are gone. So
You don't have a replay.
okay, so that is what it is. But I know this is running a little bit long, but we have been gone for a little while. We do have another couple of big announcements. Our big special 50th episode thing is going to go ahead as planned, but it may not be coming out next Wednesday. We are currently doing a lot of work on that. We got graphics coming out for it. We got all of us are doing some audio work for it. It's going to be our big first adventure that we try to do with this stuff. It may take a couple weeks to come together, to come to full fruition. So our next episode is actually going to be episode number 51. No, you are not missing an episode. Episode 50 is a special episode to catch everybody up, so that way if you want to jump into the campaign and watch maybe a 30-minute video or an hour-long video as opposed to 100 hours of videos, you can catch yourself up and you can know the campaign moving forward. That is coming here in the next few weeks. Again, life and COVID has kind of slowed that down. The next thing is, a few days ago, David's House and Terrain posted a question in Borden, El Paso on Instagram and on Facebook. That question was, would you like to see us run a full campaign, a minimum 30-year going up to the ending of it, full campaign of Kingdom Death Monster? The overwhelming response was yes. I don't think we got a single no in all of that out of the about 100 votes thereabouts between the three formats that we collected together. So that is going to happen. The way that's going to happen is we're actually going to have a introductory episode that is going to cover the first hunt of the line, like the intro of the line. We're actually going to skip that on stream. You don't need to see that. If you guys want to see that, there's literally dozens of videos on YouTube of people doing that battle. I've seen that battle, and a lot of people have seen that battle. We will show you the aftermath. We will still play that battle, and then we will just show you guys the aftermath of that. But as an audience, you guys are going to have some control. You guys are going to have control over naming conventions. Or you guys are going to be able to vote and decide on what innovations we choose, on what creatures we hunt, on certain names that we name things, and certain items that we decide to build. So you guys are going to have a lot of ability to interact with the campaign. So Kingdom Death Monster is something that's out of your price range, as for most people a $400 board game for the core copy is out of your price range. This is your chance to check it out and kind of join in on the fun and have a good time with it. It is a very hard game. It is not not family friendly. There's going to be boobs and dicks and death and gore all over the
Booties.
place.
And
I
only
mean,
half of them are mine.
Yes. It is not
his
going
pants.
to be family friendly. We will have a warning at the beginning of that video, and we're going to start putting warnings at the beginning of these videos that this is not family friendly. This is not family friendly. Okay. The rest of the channel is PG. This is not.
Except for D&D.
Wednesdays and King of Death Monster, which is probably going to end up being a Friday thing. I think Fridays would be best for that. What do you guys think?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I can
Mondays.
actually
So,
do Fridays.
huh?
most likely.
Mondays.
Mondays or Fridays. I mean,
People always got stuff going on Friday.
Fridays, yeah. And
Monday.
so Monday, we'll probably end up doing that one on Mondays then. We'll probably end up doing that one on Mondays. But we will definitely have that coming up. It'll have its own playlist. We got some graphics coming up. We're going to be doing some work with that. So definitely look forward to that. I mean, I've already gotten freaking gear grids and stuff for it.
Let
It's
me
gonna be
know how
awesome.
many fake Twitch accounts I gotta make to make sure I get the cool stuff.
All of them.
But yeah, definitely be checking out for that. I also, for the last thing that we're going to do tonight, I want to continue to do our shout outs. We haven't done them for a little bit. But first off, thank you guys so much. On YouTube, we have finally hit 100 subscribers. We told ourselves that we were not going to create extra YouTube accounts and be liking this stuff. We weren't going to do any of that. We just wanted to kind of organically grow and see how long it would take to get us there.
Of course, we lied, but
That is not true, actually. That's not true, you son of a
What are you
bitch.
talking about?
But we didn't really push YouTube in the beginning. We pushed Twitch because we're Twitch affiliates. We get paid, for this. Not much, but we do get a little bit. YouTube really doesn't care until you hit like 1,000 subscribers. Hey, we're 1/10 of the way there. Like, if you guys like it, if you guys like what you see, definitely tell your friends and family about it. Let us know. Tell them they have a lot of we have a lot of interaction with you guys, and we like to hear from you guys. We do a lot of stuff with Game Vault. We do a lot of stuff with. We may start doing more stuff with Magic the Gathering. Strixhaven is just around the corner. There's going to be a lot of stuff for that. So if you guys want to see stuff like that, let us know. You guys want to see new board games, let us know. We got a whole bunch of Kickstarters that I have been backing over the last few months. They're going to be coming in, and you guys will be in the hot seat getting to see every Kickstarter. I'll do an unboxing video, we'll do a how to play video, and we'll do some playthroughs of that. So you guys will have some fun with that.
What time are you thinking about doing Kingdom Death Monster on either Monday or Fridays?
It'd be like 6, 7 o'clock. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
put Magic Deck Tech before Kingdom Death Monster each time then if you
Yeah,
want.
if you want, we should record those and put those up.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's record them and throw them
Yeah,
up.
I think that'd be good. I think that'd be good stuff. So if it's something you guys want to see, definitely let us know. I think that's going to do it. That's a lot of announcements. We hit you guys with a ton of information, but we have been gone for a few weeks. So Friday, remember, please tune in for Dominant Species Marine. And if you guys like the video, because I don't know how we're going to feel about the game, but if you guys like the video, let me know and I'll do a how to play, because there's not many how to plays of this one out. It's a heavy game, so
I think
let me
how
know.
to play would be good.
Yeah, so let me know. Okay, but interact and let us know what you guys want to see, so that way we can put out the stuff that you guys want as well as the stuff that we want. So I think that's going to go ahead and do it for now. We're going to go ahead and we're going to show our crew roll, and then when we come back, we're going to start episode number 49. Storms ahead for the Guns of Erroll. We'll be right back.
Yes.
And we are back. So, last time, the Defiant Few had finally made their way onto Thal's Drool and set off into uncharted waters. At least uncharted for you. Having found some old paperwork from the Dondarius Shipping Company, knowing they have ties. Are you really going to do this right now?
I'm not. I'm just going.
The Dondarius Shipping Company has ties to Poffrey. Poffrey is currently the one that you all are looking for, and Poffrey's embrace. There's part of this paperwork, they were able to create a map of sorts that showed them that there is a third island, as well as the two well-known islands that are in the shipping lanes. There's a third island. This island has piqued your all's interest and made you believe that that is probably where Poffrey is headed. And going with your gut instinct, you all have sailed off in that direction on an elemental galleon. Having released Ozadan from his gambling debts and saved the ruffians that were enacting the punishment for those gambling debts and getting them out of Ulrich to their very happy. I can't think. You guys are throwing me off too much. You guys got to stop, or we're gonna be blank. Whatever, we're going to skip that. But you guys have been at sea, traveling for the better part of a 1 day, and what's supposed to be what he believes a 3-day journey. Problem is that the map that you all have with this island that doesn't exist, it's maybe 3 days, maybe 4, maybe 5, but you all have been traveling for a day, well outside of the shipping lanes, trying to head there as fast as humanly possible, and you all came to a series. I'm sorry. No, it is 1 day. You all came to a series of rocky protrusions where a ton of shipwrecks were littered there all about. For some reason, the elemental ring that surrounds the vessel suddenly shut off, and you all were attacked by ghosts. After a harrowing fight where the ghosts were phasing through the boat, attacking you all with using every advantage that they could, but you all managed to fight them off and continue on your way. As the second the ghosts were dead, the elemental ring reappeared and you all were thrown all over the boat as Thal's Drool is now screaming as fast as it can across the waters away from these rocky shoals and heading straight towards a brewing storm. And that is where we left off in the last game session, with Bishop now pointing to the horizon. The fast-moving storm that is now heading south towards you. You are moving at a faster clip than you all have currently moved before, and simply talking to each other over the sound of the swirling water and the crashing waves around you is difficult unless you shout at the top of your lungs. At this point, you are moving so quickly through the water, there are several times when you are momentarily airborne. What are you all going to do?
I really hope one of you grab a chair, otherwise she's like...
Whee! No, Fion's too busy checking out
the deck.
the elemental ring. Must be spinning furiously now.
First they chuck, they go...
First.
So it's kind of... It's appropriate. Anyways... Ghost was saying something about... revenge?
Revenge for what?
What?
Who?
Right.
Revenge for what?
Gonna go physically check everybody for, injury.
I'm
Okay.
hurt.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now, your healer's kit is going to be basically unusable because it's in the current conditions.
Yeah. Below.
Oh, yeah. I'll go below.
So the two of you head below. What are the three of you doing?
Find something to hold on to. I'm good.
Okay,
Can I hold on to Gunner?
just can.
You're not gonna hold on to Cal's tail?
No. He doesn't weigh enough. He'll float away in the wind.
No, if anything, you are Cal's anchor. That was the way around.
Right? Yeah.
Just hold
She's
my
very
tail.
sturdy.
And Cal?
It's the same thing. I'm gonna
No, I
grab a
can't do
rail
that. Can you
and
imagine?
try to enjoy the ride.
Okay.
Not a rail. I'm something near the middle of the ship.
The mast.
So you're literally trying to hold on to the mast?
There's a rope coming off the mast.
There's a few.
Wrapping a rope around
He's
my
posting up against the mast.
Right now I'm grabbing onto his
Oh, you're doing that thing where they
like
wrap
on his
themselves
leg.
through the mast so they don't fall overboard?
Kind of.
Wait,
Just,
how
you know,
tall am
wrap
I?
a
Like,
line
what do
around
I
one
come
arm
up
and
to
hold
on
on.
him?
Well, you're 3.5 feet
He's a
tall.
giant.
He's 8 feet tall.
Oh shit. I'm like, oh god, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
You're 3 feet tall.
leg!
It's a telescope.
Yep. And they're holding onto his pants like this.
You are.
Don't
hugging
rest
me.
those on her head.
Oh.
What? Like that.
Gonna be one of those sessions.
Yeah, apparently.
so.
Having fun, David. We're having fun.
I know. I'm not saying a word.
He's gonna kill us now.
Yep.
No, I'm gonna kill you guys for other things. Not this.
That was a good Vince I helped set up.
As
It all helps it up.
as you all are holding on for dear life, and the two of you are literally having to halfway crawl up the deck of the ship in order to get to the
Hatch.
Door hatch.
to the hatch, to the porthole below, in order to try to get below. All of you, or the three of you actually, because you two will be too far away, will hear Bishop's voice rise over the din. The door to the helmsman's area is open. Bishop is now bracing himself in the door and is screaming at the top of his lungs, "We need to slow the ship down or she's gonna break apart!"
We need parachute.
What's a parachute?
We need a parachute.
Is there a sail laying around anywhere?
There's just the main mast.
There's
And
no
the,
spare sail.
Nope.
It's not strung up.
No. It can't be strung up, but the ring would literally destroy it.
I'm referring to it would be folded on. Like,
No,
ready
it's,
to,
it's
ready
rolled
to
up and
unfurl.
tied. Yeah, it's rolled up and tied.
Yeah,
it
that's
is
kinda
not
what I'm
unfurled.
looking. Nothing unfurled. I just want like a sail that I could use as a sea anchor.
Well, you gonna hold it?
No, you throw it overboard and it creates drag and slows you down.
Yeah. We could do it with blankets.
I mean, you could climb up the mast, cut it loose, and then drag it back down and throw it off.
You know, after tying
Or-
it to something sturdy on the ship.
or blankets.
Yeah, what the hell? Why not?
All right, go to roll me an athletics check while, to make the climb. What is
Don't
everybody
you
else
give me
doing?
that
Oh my god. Am I still on you? I will let go
Good
of
at it,
him.
but I'm not as good as other
And I
things.
will go for his tail.
What are you doing up there, Gunner?
He make parachute.
A pair of shoes.
A pair of shoes.
Parachute.
What on earth he's gonna do with pair?
Go to.
I know he's got big feet, but
I'm heading that way.
seriously?
Gonna sail loose.
I'm
Use
gonna,
it as a sea
I'm
anchor.
gonna go to the ring. I don't think I have to try very hard to get to it, being as I have to just simply stop moving in the direction I'm currently going.
Yeah, you'll kind of slide back towards it. Yeah.
Yeah, where are you going?
Sliding across the deck now, trying to hold on to
Are you
something.
actually like digging your claws in? Or?
No,
Okay.
just keeping balance.
Okay.
And moving towards the ring.
I'm gonna climb the rigging and try and help.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, uh-oh.
So
Athletics?
roll it. Yep.
Oh my god.
Somebody had a dumb moment.
Yeah.
10.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Better than a 9.
You start to climb up and you hit one of these waves as the ship kind of bottoms out like a car going over a speed bump, and you suddenly find yourself airborne. As you crash
Teleport
into
up
the like literally as you climb up, you smash into the doorway or the door jamb just above the door, in a very bone crunching manner, taking 7 points of bludgeoning damage and fall to the ground right in front of Bishop, which throws Bishop off balance, and you hear him tumble into the helmsman's area.
Which puts the helmsman off.
and-
I'll wait for you down here.
At this point, I will need you to roll me a perception check, and then it's going to take you a bit as you're trying to climb up. I mean,
Yeah.
you have a pretty decent visual advantage now as you look out at the horizon. You can see where the waves are getting choppier and choppier the further north that you all travel.
Yeah.
excuse me. And every time you see one of these big waves, you kind of hold on as tight as you can and wait for that and just slowly climbing up. You're only going up about 10 feet about every 10 to 12 seconds at this point. Okay.
9.
9? Okay. So you're sliding backwards. Cheer, you're holding on to what? Just the main mast now?
Anything
Okay.
that she can get her hands on.
And you're still climbing up to that. Fionn, what are you doing?
Still working my way back to the, back to the ring.
Okay.
Gonna try and talk to the Elemental directly. At this
Okay.
point, I think I'll ditch the poncho. At this point, he's gonna
The
get me killed.
Melamento.
Yeah, I mean, if you take off the poncho, it's gone.
Yeah, hold up. You have stuff in there.
I don't have stuff in the poncho.
Yeah, it has the pockets of holding.
No,
No, the pockets of holding are attached to his body.
Her body.
Her body.
Attached to Fionn, not to the poncho. The poncho is just coverings.
Are they attached here and hold up?
No.
Don't get cheeky.
Wrong kind of holding.
She doesn't actually have breasts. She just, when she wears the poncho, the pockets are holding her right there, so it looks like she has breasts.
Ah.
Getting cheeky.
That explains why the guys like her.
Cheeky.
So nobody is doing anything else.
Cheeky.
I'm getting up and
fine.
grabbing onto something and watching Gunner.
Can
Okay,
I?
I mean, you're in the door jam at this point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna yell down. Y'all get some damn rope ready.
Bishop, rope.
Bishop is in the helmsman room at this point. He's like literally, you're in the door jam where he was now, and you see him. He is currently entangled with his own bed that is sliding about.
So I turn around. Where can I find rope?
He, without looking at you, you just hear his voice. We're on a damn ship, you son of a bitch.
Oh, that's
Everywhere.
right. Everywhere.
As you look in, you can see Azadan is sitting at the helm station, and he is sweating profusely. You can see a vein bulging in his head, and it looks like he is having an internal struggle, the likes of which you haven't seen him have before.
Do you remember how many inspiration I used? 3, so I have 1 left.
You added 2 to your charisma, didn't you?
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah, 5. So you have.
Oh, I need the other one then. So I have 2 left.
What is the other one?
I don't know. We'll find it later. Don't worry.
You had 5?
Yeah, I picked them up 2 more.
So I will turn to Azadan and is like, you are the best savant that I have ever seen. You have this.
He looks at you out of the corner of his eye. And you see him just kind of grit his teeth. I mean, you can hear, even over the sound of the waves crashing around you and the whirling of the water above you, you can hear his teeth grinding against each other with his effort. You see a trickle of blood start to come out of the corner of his mouth. And Gunner, I would like you to roll me an athletics check. And I'd like you to roll me an athletics check.
All right, something I'm decent at. No,
No,
I'm not.
you're not. Nope.
21.
You spoke too soon.
And
We're rolling
Natural
16s today.
so suddenly the quick acceleration that you all had is now halved instantaneously as the swirling water takes on a less white and frothy appearance and becomes calmer as it typically is, and you all begin to decelerate rather quickly. This, as you're climbing up, don't feel it until you go end over end and smash into the stern.
Front of the boat's the bow.
The bow of the boat. That is
Ow.
5 points of bludgeoning damage as you go ass over tea kettle and
Temporary
smash
hit points.
into it.
Take that.
Do I go flying from the
Nope,
mast?
because you're holding onto the mast.
So I'm like,
But after a few moments, it starts to calm. You're still moving at a quick pace, quick as you all have begun to realize, the few of you that have been on ships at sea before, this thing still moves rather quickly comparatively, and it's still moving fast, but not nearly as fast as it was. You hear a groan from Bishop as he stands up, stretches his back out, and you hear his spine realign. As he, looks over at you and, thank you. You're not as useless as you look. And he walks up to Azadan and puts his hand on his shoulder, and Azadan is He still has one hand on one of the copper rods. The other hand is now on his face, just rubbing the bridge between his eyes as he starts spitting globules of thick blood just on the ground next to him as he just, this is gonna hurt for days. Gliss has never gotten this frightened before. Oh my God. Okay. I'm alright, Captain. I'm alright. Well, you may be a piece of shit, but I'm dang glad we got you. Like I told you, you need me. You need me. I'll prove it. And he's like, just take it easy. Just coast her along for now. Give Gliss and yourself a little bit of time to relax. And he walks out of the ship and begins to look around. For the most part, the ship is in good repair. Nothing has come loose. None of the barrels that line the sides of the ship, starboard and port, that are lashed to the railing. None of those have come loose. He looks and inspects the mast. The main mast itself is still tied up. The way the mast is on this is it actually has a pulley system. The mast itself is flush against the mast as it sits here, so it's not just up like a T like most ships are, because if it was, literally the elemental ring would destroy it whenever it activated. So it sits just in front of the ring and sits to the side. So the ring can never be activated while the mast is out, or it'll literally just shred it. If there's even a little bit of wind, it'll destroy the sails itself. So as you were climbing up, you're trying to get to the upper pulley to cut that to allow it to come down. But as now that the ship is slowed down, you're freely able to climb down yourself. And as it slows down, you're able to grab a hold of the mast and prevent yourself from, doing that off the hood of the car, when your dad hits the brakes.
Slide down the road.
Okay.
Yeah, you burners.
Artur still has a hand on Pal, as Pal just like, get off me, stop touching me there. Sorry. Everybody okay?
Yep.
What?
Gonna go help that one out.
Are you okay? He walks back to a portion of the ship as he looks at a couple of large blackened spots on the helmsman wall, the wall that's the outside wall of the helmsman / captain's quarters, and begins to look at them. You see tears welling up in his eyes as he licks his thumb and he tries to just rub off the blackened wood and realizes it's not going to come, and just you see his big massive shoulders just slump as he,
Is it like charred blackened?
do I have permission to fix it, Captain? It's going to have to be a bit, Artur. We got that storm is going to be on us here within the next about 45 minutes. So we need all hands on deck for now.
I can fix it.
He looks over at you. Still has that his eyes are shrink wrapped in tears still.
And I cast mending in that area.
Okay.
Alright. Doesn't fix it? No.
Mending is for very small objects.
No, that's for stuff. Alright. I guess not. Yeah.
Cheers,
As
sorry.
you place your hands upon it and try to channel your magic into it, it's a lot. It's not structurally damaged, it's more of just scarred. And Artur is, you see he's watching Cheer quite a bit.
Cheer, sorry. Cheer was trying to protect the rest of Cheer from the ghosts.
As he kind of clumps past, walks past the mast heading towards the hatch, he mutters under his breath, "The little one's mean." And climbs
That's what
down
I've been saying.
and starts to get more of his tools and prep work ready.
He's kind of right,
Captain looks at you all. All right, we got no way we're gonna have to run Bliss through the night. We can't take port in a storm, any of that. So we're gonna have to punch through this whole thing. You all are If you're not going to be able to follow commands and do as you're told, then I expect you to stay below decks and stay the hell out of our way. If you're going to be up here and you want to help, then I expect you all to do exactly as we say when we say it if you want to stay alive.
Aye, aye, Captain.
And you all can see now on the northern horizon, it is basically a wall of near charcoal black with roiling clouds that are moving towards you. Looks like it's going to be a hell of a storm.
This does not look good at all.
Oh, come on. I can think of like 6 times that were more dangerous than this.
First time on board for cheer.
Well,
Not
should
liking
we
it.
take a quick rest while we can, or do you need some prep work from us?
Take a few minutes, gather your wits, do whatever you need, but by when you start feeling the first pitter patters of rain, if you're not here to help, then get below decks and stay out of the way.
Take a seat on one of the barrels and use that to catch my breath.
Okay.
Yeah, and I need some mending a bit.
Would it be long enough to take a short rest?
Yeah.
It is not, sadly.
Okay, then I'll just catch my breath.
So cheer small and not know about boats, so cheer go down. Okay.
Okay, cheer.
That's 15.
15?
Yeah.
But don't get too lazy. There may be some use for your services yet.
But what?
If we get attacked again or something. You're very good with that gun.
She's
No, I
alright.
said mean. Said cheer mean.
Well, you're mean with it, exactly. But that's a good thing sometimes.
Sure, you ain't mean. You're only like 70% as mean as me.
There's also...
Maybe 75.
He's not wrong.
No, more like 65.
Yeah, close to 65. You are rather mean.
Depends if dwarves are involved.
Yeah, but there's no dwarves involved right now.
How you know? There might be a dwarven pirate.
Well, then we can use the meanest cheer we can get.
Aren't we chasing pirates?
No, we're chasing smugglers and
Pirates.
murderers and
We are chasing
backstabbers.
Joffrey.
I don't know if they're technically pirates, but they do a lot of piratey shit, so.
Close enough.
If quack like duck, in look like duck, and shit
Shoot
like
it in the
duck,
face like a duck.
is duck.
No,
Duck is
it's a bear.
very good.
Heal
like
that
shooting
one.
ducks
Heal this one.
and bears.
I'm gonna
I have a trickle of blood coming
communicate
out
with
my
the
nose.
water elemental.
You can attempt to.
Could certainly
Me
try.
too.
Do you have commune with elementals or commune with nature?
No, that's not till 6th level.
Find your help, people.
It's a 5th or 6th level spell.
Don't
I'll
have
double
it.
check. I'm pretty sure I
I
don't.
thought we were at 8.
He probably doesn't have...
No, the spell level, not the character level.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're...
Yes, you are all 8th level.
No, I don't have 5th level spells.
no meta talk.
By being too low level.
Yeah,
It's
no.
very easy.
I have
Hey,
belligerent
next level.
communication.
In like 10 game sessions.
Break.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Belligerent
You're
communication.
welcome.
You're welcome.
This is gunner class ability.
I am going to
I'll
talk
be-
at you and you are going to listen.
Chair think maybe we secured the barrels so they don't plow into us.
Aren't they secure?
We
No,
plow
this is
They're
plowing.
typically secured.
Yeah, they
Look,
look
look.
pretty
Line, see
secure.
if I can make anything better.
Roll me a perception check.
Yeah.
If anybody's going to assist him, anybody going to assist him?
I'll help him.
Roll with advantage.
Ooh.
Well, unless you get a natural 20.
There's an 18.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually, spooky
28.
Booty, thank you.
28.
Chair is
So-
36.
3-6.
Dakin,
Yes, I'll help.
So Dakin and you are actually moving around, and yes, the jostling, the speeding up and slowing down, the constant crashing against the waves has loosened up pretty much every barrel. The mast itself is loose. With probably about 10 minutes of work, you guys would be able to lash it down using extra rope. There is a ton of extra rope all over this ship. You can never have too much rope. There are a few other things that need to be tied down. That includes the hold needs to be sealed off. So once you go below decks, that's it. The only way that you're going to take any cover out here is if you actually head into the captain's quarters.
Start lashing things down.
Okay. As this is a preemptive check, I would like someone to roll an acrobatics check to tie the rope. Someone can assist them to add
I got a
advantage.
6.
I got it.
I have a -1.
I will assist you in acrobatics.
I got it.
Because-
What's the?
Are you staying below or?
Yeah, she has a
No.
+7.
I can do that.
I'll help her.
So Gunner and Cheer help. Okay,
So with advantage.
with advantage.
Oh,
That's a 15. So let's see if we get better than 15.
No,
Yes,
let's
you
go
did
with that,
better
15.
than.
So
with 15. So
22 then.
15. Yep.
Okay. So taking your time to go ahead and relash those down. You guys spend about 10-15 minutes doing that, and you guys can smell now the rain in the air. Like, you guys been able to smell the salt water, but there's that smell that rain has, and a hint of ozone with it too.
Oh, there's some lightning.
You guys can see flashes of lightning in the distance. And as you see those flashes of light erupt, you can see the roiling waves beneath them.
I should probably be underground.
Is there anything else that needs to be done?
Are you going to take off your armor?
No, Beckham.
Don't worry, Lightning Rod. I'm sure it won't bad.
You
Well,
should
remember,
harness
you have
things.
specialty
I know
plate
we
mail.
do. I'll keep it.
Okay.
Cheer about special plate.
Anything I can do to tighten up the fittings with my tinker's tools?
Which fittings?
On the mast, the doors.
Oh, that's part of what you were doing. Oh, tighten it down, tighten things
I was
up.
thinking like the door hinges and the bolts and stuff like that too.
Yeah, I'd say you could. Yeah, you could find maybe a couple of screws that are loose that you just sit out there and just tighten up.
Yes.
Yeah. Pack in some. There's plenty of waterproofing material in the barrels that you guys can glob out. It's kind of like that same resin tar that you guys discovered down below. This one doesn't stink as bad because it has been sitting for years.
Yeah.
But it still has quite the odor to it, and they do have very thick gloves that you can use in order to do it.
Yeah.
The captain is running around currently, double checking everything, tying everything down, making sure the elemental ring is in good condition, making sure everyone is doing what they need to do. While Artur is doing a good job of assisting the same, you see that he is very distracted by the black marks that are left on that are scarred on Thal's jewel. But Powell is barking orders at you guys, pointing out what needs to be done, what needs to be lashed down, what needs to be stowed away. And if you see, are any of you just kind of lollygagging and watching?
No, I'm trying to
Fion's
help out as
helping
much as I can.
Yeah.
No, and what is Fion doing?
Especially with
I
the
guess helping to tie things down.
Okay, so everybody's gonna stay up. Everybody's gonna assist. Okay. The captain, as the first couple of patters of rain land on the deck, the bishop turns to the big man and says, "Artur, I love you, but you can't swim, and you don't have very good balance, right, Chief?" And he kind of saunters over, opens the hatch, turns around. "Good luck." And Powell walks up to him, takes his big meaty face in her hands, gives him a quick peck on the forehead, and says, "Be careful down there." And as he goes down, she closes the latch and she turns the handle on it in order to secure it to where it is now locked down. You cannot open it from the bottom, only from the top now. All right,
Cheer.
landlubbers, I hope you're all ready.
grab some of that
Red
rope and tie myself in.
Again, first time on boat for cheer.
This is very fun.
See, it can get worse from here. Well, I mean, can, but
So
the
grab it on the
second time
cow.
going to boat won't be as bad.
Cheer for gift card. Now hold cheer.
Be light on your feet, cheer.
Like a koala.
As
That's probably not going to help each other.
the first few patters of rain turn into now a steady downpour. The white cap waves are now cresting higher and higher. You all have a shallow ship, and you can see there are bucket stations set up all over, as even with the railing and allowing water to come roll off the sides, there is still a very real chance of water collecting up within the helmsman's area and the captain's quarters. So, you guys already start to see some of the deck get completely splashed and covered in water. For a couple of the bigger waves, you see the deck almost completely disappear as water rushes over the top of it, then comes back out. The brightness of the ring turns into an ashen gray as it begins to spin just a little faster and faster. And you can hear the words of Azadan as he screams out from the helmsman's station, "Get ready, everyone! Gliss is gonna have some fun!" And I need all of you to go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check, please.
I was gonna say I was gonna show her how to lash your hands.
That's a little one.
Well, I guess it could have been worse. That's my favorite number tonight.
Hey, we roll the same thing.
Oh, really? You haven't noticed?
Oh,
Oh no, never mind.
Oh, wait, just kidding. It
25.
is a 9. You're right. We did roll the
13.
same thing.
18.
16.
8.
Okay.
Oh, there goes Dakin.
So Dakin's dead. Move on.
It's like, moving on.
Dakin, you're as much as you're trying to help out and see things at this point, you're just getting tossed around and just trying to hold on as best you can for your life. It is a better part of an hour of this, as more and more the rain now has turned into a torrential downpour. Lightning strikes are hitting mere hundreds of yards away, smashing into the ocean itself, and the ocean responding with its own anger at the sky. And it seems as if you all are trapped between a war of the clouds above and the sea below. As more and more of the wind and rain begins to tear through you all, I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Good.
am I good at this? I hope I'm good at
One of
this.
those days.
I'm good at this.
Damn.
Could be updated.
17.
Well, that just kind of plopped onto
I'm
there.
just leaving it there.
Cal had the special lead. Natural 20.
Nice.
Oh shit.
15.
21.
7.
Dude!
Go ahead and lose the healing surge.
Oh shit!
The healing surge.
Yep.
Dang it, going
Oh, you mean a hit dice?
Hit dice. Go ahead and lose hit
Okay.
dice. Come on. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
First of all,
It's the same shit, but it has totally different nomenclature. Use it.
Different.
As you all are being smashed around, you all are doing your best. What is everyone doing? At this point, you are simply holding on for dear life, and the water has suddenly gone. The ocean itself it's temperate, it's regular temperature, about 55 degrees Fahrenheit. The rain falling on you is near freezing.
Cackling. It counts as bad for a cheer!
what?
I've tried to grab some of that rope and, that's there and wrap it around so I can get something to hold on to.
Okay.
And I show Cheer that too.
Dude.
Tying a knot.
Well, I can't use controlled water for very long, but for at least a little while, we could be both dry and not being tossed about.
Then it's gonna be like, I'm dry, I'm wet. I'm dry, I'm
No,
wet.
controlled water, as in I make the water literally go everywhere else, but here.
Might help get it out of the boat.
Yeah, you wanna...
Theon becomes a living Build-A-Con for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't have control.
And that you can basically do that forever, right?
No,
Up to
10
10
minutes.
minutes.
That's 10 minutes.
10
That's my
minutes.
highest level.
Oh, control water. Okay, so
Control
I
water.
thought you were doing
Well, I
save
could
water.
I could do that one, but the control water would allow me to both build the entire ship and
So do you
maybe
wanna
calm
wait-
the water in front.
Save
Okay,
that
so
one
you want
in
to
case
save
it's
that
bad.
one and
Yeah.
use shape water for now of trying to
Yeah.
clear. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll clear the water with shape
So
water.
you're
Save it,
basically
dig in.
standing at the door. At this point, having the door closed, water is just pouring into the helmsman's area. So they have buckets at the ready to get the water out. So you're basically sitting in, near the doorway and just shaping water out of that as fast as you can. Correct?
Hold
Making
the
their
door.
buckets superfluous.
Okay. I would like you to go ahead and roll me a wisdom check. Wisdom check, please. And what are you doing?
I'm keeping an eye out.
Aha.
If anything pops loose, I'm going to tie it down as
Roll
quickly
me
as
a
possible.
perception check, please.
I'm just gonna die.
That's
Yep.
the third one of those tonight.
Is that 20?
19.
Nice.
21.
Okay. You're doing
It could
pretty
be
good. As you're doing that, the wind is billowing, and Ozadan is just kind of.
What are you talking about? I told you I dished that thing a long time ago.
Oh, okay. So without it billowing in the wind, Ozadan is just, hey, I'm Oz.
Oh my god!
The perception was a 28 total.
Okay.
Flirting with
You will
Ozadan?
actually
Ozadan's
notice.
flirting with
Difference.
So you will notice
is a difference.
before one of the two barrels that are all lashed together
miss.
break. You will notice one beforehand and are able to lash it down. So there will be less of a chance of more people getting hit by the other one. So that's going to affect a later turn. Okay. So, and you two are simply trying to hold on for dear life at this point.
Unless we're ordered to do something.
I mean, she'll yell at you to do things of like, hey, hold on to it. Most of it's hold on. I mean, there's not a whole lot to do. This isn't a three-masted vessel, so most of it is just making sure that everyone's okay. That as a wave hits you and you slide across, the deck itself, people are grabbing a hold of each other. These areas here have actually been roped off now, so that way you have something to grab a hold of. Everyone has a rope currently attached to them to prevent them from just falling directly into the water, but you also know that stuff can, be a detriment. Seatbelts can sometimes kill you. Okay,
Yeah,
so after the first few hours, you see that the barrels on the left are beginning to shake loose, and you remember that those are filled with the weatherproofing material, the resin, the paint, everything else. You rush over there and you begin to lash them down with the help of Powell and Bishop. As that happens, the other one breaks.
Can I try to help get that one restrained?
You can try to help the one that he
I'm talking
is.
about that
He noticed that one was breaking, which is what allowed him to catch it before it broke. No one else was watching for it, so nobody else saw it. So, Fionn and Dakin, I need both of you to go ahead and roll me dexterity saving throws.
Really?
It's a random roll.
Hey, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's only a 9.
19.
19. So as this thing is literally bouncing along the deck, you just kind of flatten yourself out and it sails right over you. Then take your position back within the helmsman's area and begin to pull more water out. You, on the other hand, are smashed into the back, taking 12 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make an acrobatics check.
It can't be athletics.
No.
Nope.
No, it can't.
How close is he to me?
Hey, that's good. That's a 13.
So you all watch as you're lashing this down. You hear the ropes snap and break, and you see the barrels just come loose like someone threw a grenade at them. One of the barrels flies over Fionn's head. The two others just literally bounce into the ocean and are lost. But the last one hits Dakin right in the back as he is trying to hold onto the railing. You see him, the front of his head hit the railing, and his eyes roll up in the back of his head for a moment. His grip loosens, and he goes over the railing. And you are currently being held by the rope tied around your waist and are flailing in the wind and smacking into the side of the boat. What are you all going to do?
Sprint over and haul him up. Same.
Okay.
I am. As soon as
So who's all helping?
I'm hauling.
So roll, athletics with advantage. So this would athletics with advantage. This would counteract the disadvantage you have for being on a ship. So it's a straight
Back
roll.
to advantage.
Straight roll. Disadvantage cancels advantage, no matter how many instances of either you have.
Okay.
Oh, that sucks. 11?
So you're out there for a little bit. They do slowly manage to get you onto the deck of the ship, but at this point, the ship is taking quite a beating. And it doesn't look like it's going super well. After you all get taken back up onto the vessel, what is everyone doing?
Can I help tie down the ones that broke? That
They're
are,
all off the
on-
They're
They're
gone.
all gone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything look damaged on the ship that I can shore up?
Not with the wind. There's nothing that's completely broken that would need fixing at this point. Part of the railing is pretty badly damaged, but there's nothing you can really do as the pieces that are now, that you would need to repair are in the water.
Put a line up where the broken railing was, so there's a little bit of something to
Okay.
stop
The
people.
zero.
Tying the other end of the line.
Okay, so assisting him?
Yeah.
What are the three of you doing?
Yeah,
Can I
I'm just
go-
getting closer to the mast.
Okay.
Can I go try to help Fanny, like use buckets to get stuff out while she's shaping water?
At this point, the water's getting bad enough that the shape water just isn't functioning anymore.
So I'll
Bishop
do that.
is currently there.
Or is the
with
door
buckets. The closing the door doesn't do anything.
No, close it. And freeze it.
Okay.
So, they're stuck in there. But the water's also not getting in there.
He is stuck in there. Yeah, he
And
is
the water's
currently
also
stuck
not
in
getting in there. 'Cause,
Okay. It'll take you a few minutes. With how much rain and everything else, it is going to slowly melt through it, but you can shore it up. Yeah. You can sub-zero it to keep it closed.
Are you inside?
I'm gonna try to close it.
Okay.
Probably for the best.
There it is.
That's my trick. What are you doing stealing my tricks?
My trick. Wait,
And
I'll be in there, I guess, to assist in the boat head. Is that what it is? The thing?
what, in the helmsman
room.
area? Well, the
Yes.
helmsman area is Fanny is now going to seal the helmsman area.
Yeah. So never mind. I guess just helping Dakin stay tied down.
Okay, so you're
Can
going
I
to help them.
tie him to the
Magic
mast?
bell.
Okay, so I need both of you to make individual acrobatics checks to tie rope. I need you to make an acrobatics check to tie rope. If you're going to be assisting her to do
Yeah.
that, you can roll with advantage.
Advantage.
Second decent roll of the night.
That's pretty good.
16.
I have
22.
that is going to be 22 as well.
Okay. All right.
I think you're tied.
Okay. So
Tied down.
at this point, you all watch and listen in horror about 2 hours later as you're fighting this storm. You hear the unmistakable sound of metal on metal beginning to shear. And as you all watch and look up, you can see the mechanism which raises the mast into position has now come completely loose. And the top of the mast is no longer tethered and beginning to whip back and forth.
Can I cut him loose with my dagger? Because I have him tied to the mast.
Okay?
Just go
What's the quickest way up the mast to get the
Up the mast.
Control.
No, yeah, up the mast. Okay, so anybody else going to assist him?
Yeah.
And is anybody else doing anything else at this point?
I don't know how good my assisting is.
I'll
good.
assist him.
Uh,
I'll assist him.
So you climbing up with him?
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
make sure Dakin doesn't get hit.
Wild shape.
Well,
I'm going to tie a rope to the end of it, tie it off on the bottom to keep it from swinging around once I get
so
to the top.
anyways, while you're
Okay.
going
So
up
drop
there,
Yeah.
I'll wait for that.
bless on you three going up.
So the three of you are climbing up?
Well, I'm waiting
I
at
think
the
that's
bottom of the
four.
mast.
He's
for
waiting.
Okay.
I'm going to drop
so
a
the
line
two of
so
you,
you can tie
and you're good. So you were all blessed. So you will add a D4 to your rolls. So I need the two of you to roll an acrobatics check with
Guidance.
disadvantage. So that would negate your advantage. You're going to be rolling twice, take the lowest, adding a D4.
Athletics?
Athletics.
You mean acrobatics, right?
Athletics.
Ah,
You are simply, you're literally trying to climb up a pole while waves and rain is being pelted in your body.
Mine's an 11.
Wow,
It's
you
not
rolled a
bad.
4 on that.
You.
That's a
Not
15
bad.
plus
That's
whatever.
not bad at all.
Not
It's a
good,
flat
not bad.
15 for me.
24.
Not good, not bad.
24?
15.
15?
The actual dice wasn't all that awesome, but
You
I
are
did
barely
get a D4.
able to scale this thing as you are being whipped back and forth onto this mast. Water is slamming into you. A couple of times you start to slip, but manage to catch yourself and continue to climb.
Pretty much I'm praying
As
during
you all
this
get to the
place.
top, and this thing is beginning to really start to move. I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws with disadvantage.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, this happened just on the other side of protected. But I
Plus
pray
the-
not to-
Do you still get the bless?
Oh, yeah.
But bless is saving throws too.
It's a 3.
So
What's my dex
this is
save?
going to be 10, so that's
13.
Plus 3, that's awesome.
Plus 4, so that is going to be
Plus is
a 17.
17. Nice.
17.
Very nice. So the two of you
Plus saving my nuts.
take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing is whipping around, but you both manage to grab, basically put your body in between that, especially you, how big you are, literally sandwich it in your body and climb up to prevent it from hitting you, but it's still going slamming into your body, which
Really
hurts and
unpleasant.
is bruising you, but it's
So we
not
no
doing
longer have
any
the
serious
temp
damage.
expert.
But you all are able to finally get to the top, and what are you going to do?
You said
I'm going
8.
to start tying off
6.
the top and throw the other end of the rope down so he can tie it up at the bottom to keep
Okay.
it tethered. to 2
Go
points.
to make a
I will-
with her assistance. Going to make one more, or one of you make a acrobatics check to tie a knot.
Do I get advantage?
The helping would negate the disadvantage.
Do it.
Oh yeah.
You got one better than me. You still blessed.
Yep. Alright, that's a 10. So that's going to be a 17.
17. So ties it up, and it's pretty good. I mean, it's about as tight as you all can get it at this point. You can throw the rope down. You can get it and just start running around the mast. Okay. While that's going on, Fionn, what are you doing?
I suppose I'm continuing to freeze the door.
You won't have to consistently focus on it. You have enough time in between, so you can be doing something
Chat.
else. What else are you doing?
Is there anything flying loose? I'll freeze that.
I mean, there's flying like ropes and stuff that are flailing in the wind that you could turn to ice and turn into like projectiles to really make your life.
It's on the ground. Freeze.
Without that.
Anything else you can think of?
Freezing.
Unless there's a really big wave coming, I can't think of much.
Can I help?
Oh, why'd you say that? He was.
I'm waiting for the big wave. Why do you think I'm waiting? It's a whole, you're holding
All
on
the
to
waves
water.
have been pretty big. I mean, it's getting to the point now where there are times when the waves are way above the ship in the distance, where you guys feel like you're in a valley of water.
Where we're riding it down one side and
Yeah.
up the other.
I mean, this is not quite a perfect storm. This is not a Category 5 level hurricane or anything like that, but this is a bad hurricane for this type of vessel.
Guess I'll go find a rope to tie down. If the door doesn't need freezing.
I would like you to go ahead and roll me a d20.
Yeah. That is a natural
Oh
one.
my god.
Natural one? Okay.
We have no idea what this means.
Alrighty.
Though on a d20, that does mean horrible things.
So, over the next 9 hours, you all fight the storm. I need everybody to roll me another Constitution check.
That's damn it.
10.
I hate dice so much.
Are we still blessed or
It
no?
only lasts a minute.
No.
Damn.
9 hours. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna
Okay.
waste all my spells on something that lasts for a minute.
16.
16?
8.
Would have been
I'm
25.
sorry,
Huh?
10.
10?
8.
8?
11.
11?
20, not natural.
Okay, so you lose one one hit dice. The rest of you, 3, 4, 3, 4.
My resistance to cold wouldn't help this out, would it?
No, it's more. It's the cold mixed in with it. I'd say you lose 2. I'd say you lose one less healing surge, or one less hit dice, because it's mainly the buffeting winds.
Yeah,
the
getting
con-
smashed around. I didn't know if it was.
It's the like your bodies are just getting
I didn't know if the cold
destroyed.
was-
Yeah,
Everyone else's nipples are like this. You're just fine.
yeah.
I'm from the mountains, man.
He does not have sensitive nipples.
No, he does not. No. He's like, look, nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Grew up in ice and burlap.
Nothing.
But 9 more hours pass. A total of 12 hours that you all are fighting this storm when the waves begin to flatten out a bit. The rain begins to let up a bit. The wave, you're still cresting, but it's not quite as bad as it was. Exhaustion is taking each of you, and you all have a single point of exhaustion. But it is getting to the point now where you are all, having missed the eye of the storm, you all are still nearing its edge. So it's beginning to feel how it started, which is far better than what it has been.
Remain
At this
vigilant.
point, it is already past, and it is past dawn yet again. Though you cannot tell, as the sky above has gone from near pitch black to a steely gray. That is the only way that you know the sun is up above those clouds again. But as you slowly, over the next few hours, be able to come out of the storm even more, Bishop now calling each of you. His eyes are bloodshot. You can see he's got a couple of bruises on his neck and face. He will look at each of you. Get what rest you can now. If you hear the bell, come back up top. Send Artor out.
All right.
Okay.
Head on down. How much rest can we get after we do all that?
We'll see.
Kind of wedge myself against the wall so I don't go rolling around.
Okay. Everybody else?
I'm going to go down.
Yeah.
Slowly beginning to make your way down into your rooms, closing the door behind you, or in Cal's room and holding on tight to him. You all are slowly kind of getting some rest. You're all able to take the equivalent of a short rest in this time. If you want to spend any other hit dice that you all have in order to heal, go ahead and do that now.
I'm good.
First aid. Who needs first aid?
Did we have temp HP from anything?
No.
Well, it's gone now.
Then I do.
Huh? I did. Well, you got the max.
Okay. If it's
That
more than
is-
6, we're good.
Yeah, okay then.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I took the
I
6
mean,
from
yeah, it was more than 6 if I rolled the minimum, so.
I took 6 from getting smacked by a mast.
Yep.
And Sheer also got 6.
I would have passed that con save too if the damn dice hadn't been
Can I get another short
corner.
rest healing?
You have to take it first in order for me to use it. Because we've already had it used.
Yeah. That's true. It'll be afterwards.
Oh, this one was...
Okay.
That is not very good rest.
After an hour,
Right.
So this is actually going to push you guys into the 3rd day of travel, braving the storm. You guys braved the storm for nearly a full day.
Chair don't like water.
You all still made some pretty good time, as it were. Typically, most storms, when they're weathering a storm, they're kind of weathering in place. They don't really move very much. Most of them are thrown completely off course. But through Azadan and Gliss, the water elemental bound to the vessel, you all not only were able to keep your heading fairly, for the most part, but you all were able to make a little bit of headway. But it has slowed your journey down by the better part of a day.
Do I get time to do my song of rest?
You're all in separate rooms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll just do it for cheer if she
And
wants
yourself.
it. And myself.
You're not using any hit dice, right? Are you using any hit dice?
No.
Okay.
I do it for cheer anyway.
Okay.
He's out.
Ain't that adorable?
once the hour's up, I can use the, healer's kit again.
You guys get some restless sleep over the next few hours before each of you is woken up by the sound of a pealing bell.
Head up on deck.
I'll head on
Chair
up.
hates water, Cal. It's
Hey.
bad.
Which would you rather have, water or dwarves?
Would rather swim.
Water dwarves.
Horrifying concept. Cheer don't like it.
Here, cheer, have some of my rations.
Cheer not hungry. Cheer fat and want to puke.
Well, that's just the motion of the ocean.
Cheer
the
don't
music.
like motion.
Or the
Cheer want to be on land.
Don't worry, cheer, it's just up and down and
Oh, then you're about to throw it.
side.
Splash. Up on deck.
As you all make your way up onto the deck, opening the hatch and looking around, you have to shield your eyes from the first few rays of sunlight that are beginning to peek through the clouds themselves. Looking at the vessel, it looks like it's taken a beating. I would like each of you to grab 2d10, roll it, add it together, and tell me what you get.
Hopefully nothing too high.
High or low? What do we want?
I don't know, but that's.
Are we using it like a regular, like
Just
a 10?
add them together, and
Oh.
I got a 17. That's
10.
wonderful.
so 10.
16.
Oh, shit.
It can't be worse than mine.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, unless
That's
that's
a
10.
17.
That's 12.
9
Okay,
and
that's a
an
9.
8.
Was that a
I
9?
couldn't have rolled that if I was rolling that for
Yeah, that's a
damage.
9.
No,
So that's
that
gonna
would've
be
been much
an
lower.
11 for me.
Okay.
Two twos. What are the odds of that? I'll tell you 1 in 100. Simple math. Quick math.
Ship's taken quite a beating. There are several waves that crashed into the side that have cracked several panels of wood. A couple of about 6 feet of the railing on one side is just completely gone. You all lost a bunch of the barrels. In the hold, the barrels that were lashed down for some of the food and everything else, you all lost about 2 weeks worth of food.
Good thing beyond that.
For the most part, the helmsman and the captain's quarters sought out. They were okay, but everyone is tired. Everyone is beaten up. Everyone is bloody. Artur appears as if he was like in a dryer machine, just tumbling around inside his room. The poor guy,
What's a
because he
dryer?
looks more beat up than anybody does. As Bishop sees each of you all, he takes a few steps forward, says, "All right, we made it through. I've had a few minutes to look at the charts. We're about better part of a day behind schedule, and we're about 14 miles too far to the east, which is exactly where we don't want to be."
Why?
What's wrong with the East?
Well, remember the rocky shoal that had the shipwrecks against it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bunch of teeth that line this area of the ocean.
What creature had teeth that big?
The
Well, legend have it was a dragon at one point, but then it went to sleep.
Let's not wake it up. Let's get away from that.
Can we go see these?
No.
No.
But you want
Yeah.
teeth.
No.
Give it another hour and you're going to be seeing them.
So what do we need to do to
Okay.
get back on course?
If you don't mind losing the time, we can head almost straight west. With the currents the way that they are, though, that's going to be a little tough going, especially with the storm still more to the southwest now. Either that, or we can do a more gentle turn to the west, and that's still going to keep us in some dangerous waters for a while, but I mean, it is what it is. It's your choice. You're paying the dime, but at this point, we're going to have to stop. We're going to have to make port somewhere, as we're going to have to replenish our rations. We lost a lot of food in the hold. That storm was not supposed to be hitting. That storm does not hit this time of year.
Well, that's rather interesting.
Monsoon season isn't for another 4 months.
East Coast revenge. She
Which,
told you.
Of course,
go
you
say
think is
that.
going to work better.
I mean, it comes down to what you want. The more dangerous path is trying to stay up. I mean, we could get attacked, and as you all have noticed, that Gliss is rather unfond of the unliving.
As I'm.
But in the end, you are the paying customer.
Don't do us good if we're
If
all around
if it were me, I'd go the long way.
Take the longer route.
Yeah.
Okay.
One more day ain't going to kill me.
Good. I already told Alzadan to lay in that heading. Now, I'm going to be getting some rest. Artur's going to stay up. Same thing with Alzadan. I'm going to get some sleep so I can relieve him. You all get as much rest as you can. We got another, at this rate, about 2 more days before we get close to where this island's supposed to be.
one of us take turns on deck watching too.
Okay. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and take a quick little break. We're going to stretch our legs, going to go to the bathroom, all that good stuff, get ourselves a snack, maybe grab some food. Maybe a slightly longer break than normal. We're probably going to take like 20 minutes or so because I'd like to try to get some chow in me. But we will be back. We have a lot to get through tonight. So tonight may run a little past 11. I hope you guys are okay with that because we haven't had a whole lot of D&D lately and there's so much more to see and they only just survived that storm. Yet you guys have got one more success than failure in that storm.
Damn.
Woo! Yeah. So, skin of your teeth, but you managed to pull it out. Stick with us. We'll be back here in about 20 minutes, so expect it at about probably 9:15 our time. We'll be back. All right? Stay with us.
What?
And we are back. Sorry that took a little bit, but food was late. Thank you very much, Uber Eats, for being 15 minutes late. But hey, awesome. Okay, I did forget. I did say that we were going to start shouting out everyone. I did forget because we're going to actually start shouting people out in the beginning, so that way it's more of a chance of you actually seeing your name. So I'm going to do some quick shout outs here. For YouTube, I want to thank C Dare to Dazzle. Thank you very much for the follow. We really or for the subscription. We really appreciate that. You got us to the lucky 100, and if I ever meet you, I'll give you a big old hug. That's what you win. That's your prize. For Twitch, we have Hannah of Nowhere, and we have Adam Wolfpack. So thank you both very much for the follow. We're about at 120 followers on Twitch now, so that's nice. Not too bad, not too bad. Subscriptions are still holding steady, so we're doing pretty well. So thank you guys very much. As always, if you guys have the free Twitch Prime subscription, instead of throwing it at something like Critical Role or other people that have tons of money, throw it at us, because we're poor.
Yep.
And then you can feel good because you did something nice for people who could use it. So there you
Also,
go.
lucky number 1,000 gets a reach around from David.
Wow.
I'm not hearing a downside from me. I mean, if anything, we're probably going to hit 1,000 tomorrow. All right, so we are going to keep trying to push for YouTube, try to hit that 1,000 subscribers so we can finally get some ad revenue. That'd be fantastic, especially for the hundreds of hours of content that we have on YouTube. So definitely want to do that. Thank you all very much for your subscriptions. Much love, much love, much love, and get ready for a lot more content coming your way. All right, so let's go ahead and get back to it. Now, you all are able to take a long rest. You all are going to recover half, so that's 4 hit dice.
Yeah, that's
and to bring you up to your current total. So make sure you're marking down what your current total is.
Well, you would.
I would repeat my sending.
If we were lower than 4,
Before
we come up to max.
If you had more than 4, you go
More
up to
than
max.
4.
Yes. You get half of your total healing, your total hit dice back. when
Yeah,
you
so
do
if
the
you're
rest.
down
Yes.
2, you're back up to 4.
Yes.
I'm full. Does that mean my hit points are back to full?
Yes. Everybody's hit points are back to full, and everybody loses their point of exhaustion.
Woo!
Okay. Over the next 2 days, you all are traveling in the Sea of Light. The waters, the further you travel north, become noticeably warmer, where even you landlubbers can tell that the water's just not quite as cold as it was further south. As you guys slowly push towards the east, and then push back west as you pass the toothy shoal that extends up the coast, you all slowly begin to make your way into the fog bank. Surrounding the Sea of Light, near its center, is a current and consistent fog, as very warm water from the Sea of Light empties into much colder water, stirring up quite a bit of fog. Many ships have been lost to these areas because of this fog and mist, which is why the trading lanes are so prominent and so well looked after. But you all are staying about 10 miles away from those at this point, and looking for a island that no one else has on their charts except for a fair few. During this time, you are able to finish your reading finally.
Yes.
So the permanent upgrade that you have, it should already be on your character sheet. So now you can use everything. You can erase the notations on your character sheet of the lower stats. So your intelligence is now a 16, correct? Or 17?
My intelligence is
It's an
an
18.
18.
18 now. Okay. So yeah, you were a 16. So you find that the book, the magical capabilities of the book fade. You still have the book, but you now have the knowledge that the book is unusable for the next 100 years.
Old canoe's good.
Cheer could be pretty old. I'll go up to on deck, wherever anyone else is.
Cheer's smarter now.
I'm sure you are, Cheer.
No, Cheer's smarter.
I think you're shorter
Smartest.
too.
No, Cheer's not short. Cheer's smartest on ship.
Sorry,
That
I
was
can't hear
already
you from
true.
down there.
Cheer's smarter.
Yes, but Kello's prettier.
Matter of opinion.
Oh,
Well, the only opinion that matters is mine.
Cheers.
it's a good thing you're part Infernal, because that would burn.
I'm resistant to it.
No. Cheer's smarter. Cheer read giant book.
Now, during these 2 days, it takes you both of these days to finish it. So, as we talked about off camera, that was the sole thing you wanted to do. What is everyone else doing? Is anyone else doing anything of import during this time?
Well,
I will try to send back to Vermati the messages.
Go ahead and roll me percentiles for day number 4.
That's a 37.
Roll me percentiles for day number 5.
Well, Cal still had the.
That's a 48.
Spell's going through. The magic is working, but you're not receiving a response, and don't know why.
Cheer,
Cheers.
what do you know about magic?
You sit down. So, Cheer can go over theory or practice. Which?
Well, I'm casting sending to send a message to Sister Vermati, but it's going through, but I'm not getting a message back.
I'm talking Dwarven.
I'll say, oh,
Oh, okay. So it's not coming back,
no.
but it is going through. Like, you can actually tell that she is receiving said message.
It sure feels that way.
And it won't work if she's dead, right? Not that I'm saying that Vermati is dead. Just
It shouldn't work if she's dead.
shouldn't, but not couldn't. Can I roll Arcana to see? If
This would be religion.
Religion?
Yep.
I think I have.
What I know about that?
I have
You can
religion.
make an, you can attempt to make a religion check.
Yeah.
That is a 9.
That is a 12.
I mean, as far as you know, technically, if someone is dead, they're not on this plane. So you would know they would be on a different plane, but the dead can't respond.
So maybe now hear me out. This is why I did want to go back south. But we are helping find the pirate, whatever its name is again, I forget.
Offered.
That thing. And so what if it has to do with that false deity, the demon?
That's what I'm worried about.
It could have gone south, or it could have affected you in
Or it
some
might
way.
have been the curses affecting us.
That too. Have you used any other divine, like something other than just healing?
You all still bear the mark. It is much faded, but it is still there.
Could that have impacted
The healing or the other one?
everything? Are you able to commune with your deity? I don't know a lot about what you do.
Well, the issue with that is she sacrificed herself. So she's in the astral plane kind of
Oh,
part
your
of it.
deity. Okay. I thought you were talking about Vambuti.
She's not the deity. No.
I know. Ramadi. It's
Yeah,
just
you even
funny.
you're,
It just
had
sounds
no reason
funnier
to say
that way.
wrong.
I know. It just sounds funnier that way.
It ain't that fun.
Some of the stuff you will learn. I just say because it sounds
Technically,
hilarious.
names don't change.
Yeah, technically
Yes.
you would still say it Vambuti.
I would say Vambuti?
Well, yeah,
oh, okay.
because the name
So-
doesn't change from the language.
Alright, so it's just still Vambuti. Okay.
Yeah.
So, it might just be the mark.
That's what I'm afraid of. Hopefully it's not.
Why don't you message Kiek? Are you able to?
I have not tried. That's a good idea.
I mean, who better to ask than an actual god?
Oh, that's why you're the smart one of the group. We ask you questions for that.
Exactly, this is why I read this giant book. And this is why I am the smartest out of everyone.
That's a long way to kneel down to brown nose.
It's wonderful. This is why I
I mean,
am in
technically
charge.
you lift her up.
Hey,
So I am glad I could have been of assistance. Do you take it?
Fionn or Cal? Anything?
Well, I have a poncho to finish, and now Theon needs another poncho. So,
If that's in the.
No, she stowed the poncho.
oh, okay.
Have
Yeah.
I noticed?
Well, I still didn't just throw it into the wind, right?
She just kind of just got like, yeah, this is gonna blow me away with it. Yeah.
So, and you did that in the captain's quarters?
No, I did that before the captain's
outside.
quarters.
Okay, so it's just gone. Yeah.
I did that when I was trying to get back to talk to the
Have I
elemental.
noticed that he's been flirting with her? Not him.
I mean, you don't spend time with Ozadan.
No, just wandering around, like around.
You don't spend time with
Oh,
Ozadan.
I will, if there's any time between, I will do sending to keep it.
Okay. So just that?
poncho. Yeah.
And
I'm gonna steal Cheers' 6-gun and see if I can smooth the action like I did on mine.
that
Wait, you just come into my room?
you did that with yours because you had access to what's
The
your name?
full workshop?
Yeah, you had a full
So not
workshop
the
access.
Tinker's
So you
tools
can
on.
do it, but you need a full workshop for that.
Okay.
You can
So
keep it in good working order. You can clean it up, make sure it's good.
I don't quite have enough tools to.
You are now 8th level. Go ahead and roll me a straight d20.
Okay.
3.
Okay.
Is that good?
I just have this image of him going into her room, messing with her stuff as she's reading, and her not noticing at all.
And like coming back hours later, putting it back, and she still doesn't.
Just
know.
like, and then she kind of looks up like, wait, what? Okay, and they go
The
back.
door open?
Wait, it smells like musk in here.
If I can't modify it, I'll just make some surefire rounds.
It's a surefire way to
I
spend
do
your
know
time.
how to make those.
You do,
Question is, do you have?
and you do have the reloading capability.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I'm fine. Joe's just trying to
Those
kill me.
do require the
Puns.
specialty tip of the round, but I'd say you have enough materials to make a few more. Probably another 6 pass. And in 2 days, you can easily do that in 2 days.
Okay.
It takes a lot more time because you don't have access to what's your name again?
Brim.
Gren.
Yeah, Gren. To Gren's. To Gren's workshop.
That's right, I put it
Wow,
down
it's been
as
a long
Gren.
time since we've been there. Wow,
Yeah.
that's a throwback.
Back
And so everybody's doing that stuff. Go ahead and add another. Do you need another ammo card for the surefire rounds?
I'm just giving them to her.
So do you need another ammo card for the surefire rounds?
I think I got rid of the other one because I was out.
There you go.
Yes, I do.
Fill in 6 bubbles.
6 bubbles. The bubbles. My bubbles.
Yeah, my gun works, so.
Yeah.
I need to upgrade my gun. I'm aware.
Okay.
Well, find me a workshop.
We'll try to contact Keith. It's the same plane of existence, which is.
Okay.
That's why you talk
Dion's
So-
sitting at the bowsprit trying to shoo away the water.
When you cast the sending to Kiek, you get this person does not exist. The spell fizzles, and you know it did not go through.
Well, that's interesting. All right. Do it the old-fashioned way then.
Right. Are you there, Kiek? It's me, Dakin.
First of all, like you.
I had my first period. I don't think it's
So-
natural.
Oh, that took taking a while.
spending your time milling about the ship, learning a little bit about what's going on in the vessel, doing your own various tasks. Some of you reading, some of you trying to get in contact with other people and places. Some of you making rounds. Some of you sewing ponchos. The poncho he does hand you does absolutely nothing to cover you.
Does it at least look nice though? I wanted to make it.
It does look nice. He's pulled the threads out to make like a lace pattern on it. So it's not just open holes that show your nipples. It's lacy holes that show your nipples.
You don't think Gal did right?
How's it any different than her walking around without a poncho? I tried.
When did Fanny lose
Does Fanny wear it?
When did Fanny lose Pancho? You don't
At this
remember.
point, Fanny has also been gifted a leather duster from Captain Bishop, who has asked you to stop distracting the crew as Powell has been even more distracted than Azadan has.
Oh my god, I can just see Alzadan like.
No, Powell's just like everything. Oh shit, I tie my hands up. Sorry. Yeah. But it is about 3 hours before nightfall on the 5th day, and you all have slowly begun to move through the fog. And the fog is typically anywhere from 3 to 5 miles thick, and it is slow going. This is the only point in the journey so far that Gliss has been allowed to rest completely, and the sails have been brought out and allow the southerly wind to blow you northward. And it is in this time that you all hear the pealing of the bell once more.
Head up to deck.
As you all approach the captain's quarters, the door is open. He has his strange folding table that seems to be about the size of a stool, and then he's able to unfold it several times until it's a very large table, and has several different maps that are splayed out on it.
Where did Bisha get table?
Came with the ship. So
Where did
I need access to your charts.
Well, you seem to already know about them anyway, so I guess there's no reason not to.
Well, as you can tell, it's not anywhere on my charts. I'm using the approximation that you gave me before, and by that approximation, we should have already found this thing. It lives in this mist. That's all we know.
Yeah. And you know about it, so it's not like I'm going to be giving away any secret. Mm-hmm. But yes, here we go.
What are these strange markings here on the sides?
My calculations. What are the strange markings I put on the side?
He pulls out a sextant. I'm gonna need some help. And with your knowledge, I would like you to go ahead and make a navigation roll. And this navigation roll is going to be using survival.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Survival.
I'm not good at that.
The
Maybe
captain is going to be assisting you, so you're going to be rolling with advantage.
Well, good thing.
Higher than his, presumably.
Suck.
Because you're amazing at things, cuz.
Are you serious?
Why don't you ask Fanny
Can
for
I
help?
we like inspiration that shit?
He
Yeah.
could have, but he didn't.
Fanny.
6.
I have a question.
You guys spend the better part of an hour doing measurements on this, and by your current measurements, the island should be just off the bow. The fog limits vision to about 100 feet in every direction before it becomes completely obscure.
Beyond, can you do something about this? Fog? Or scout out for us, maybe?
Alright, guys, I do have a question, though. Is there anything you'd like to know that might happen within the next 7 days that you would like an answer to? Specifically with what we're about to do.
Yes, we'll cheer
Are we going
meal.
are any of us going to die?
That's not very helpful. I need something... well, we are going to a situation that...
Where's Poffrey?
We'll find Poffrey.
where to find...
Poppy.
Where to
Poppy.
find Poffrey?
Well,
Poppies.
You don't need...
I can ask that.
You're bad enough, you don't need daddy issues.
Anyways, I can commune
What?
with my god
But
and ask
Kali's
questions.
father, like figure.
Don't call me puppy.
It might be cryptic, so...
Well, that'd be a first.
Where's Poffrey?
More
That's
like
what I want to know. I don't know if
find.
anybody else wants to know it.
You don't have
We
commune.
find.
I have divination.
Yeah, but not commune.
Oh yeah, well, I'm using language that they don't understand. That doesn't help them.
Sorry, but I'm like commune. Commune's fifth. You don't have commune.
First of all,
It's
I
like-
will have...
Carl,
Yes.
cheer need paper, special paper, because they can have difficulty getting things up.
Well, hold on. What?
So need paper to get
You know,
it up
Cheer, you
to-
shouldn't be looking at such drawings. You're too young for that.
Cheer adult.
Oh, yes.
Cheer.
Okay, give her the smut.
What?
It's
No, we're not doing that.
it's,
Well, she... Wait,
What-
hold on. Why are you
Corbin,
trying...
ask for one of the special papers so that way you're able to commune with Vambuti like that. It will still send to her, but in paper form.
Yeah, can I borrow one of the paper birds?
Wait, did I store them?
Yes, you
Yes.
took them away from Cher.
You were like, you're gonna spend
I
them on
need-
everything.
I need just
Which
one.
is true.
Well, why don't... Well, I could use sending.
I tried that. It's not coming back.
have difficulty getting
Would
up.
you like to try?
Is she on this plane?
That's the thing. I don't know. It's going through, but it's not coming back, which means she probably is on this plane.
Do I know anything about that?
I'm going to roll an Arcana check for your sending.
You can roll
15?
3 that time.
Right.
You know your sending spell will find anyone on any, as long as they're on any plane, it can traverse through any plane and will find the person and will deliver the message. If a person's dead, a person will not receive the message. The spell will fail.
What was Vambuti doing
What do you mean?
In Brownwater,
in she?
healing.
So she's in Brownwater.
As far as I know.
Then why don't we just message or send to the sheriff and ask about Vambuti? I mean, Vermati.
This is what you said, Ambuti.
The thing is, I might not.
Just use paper.
Well, yes.
It'll
Okay.
take a few days. That's the only issue with the paper.
Yes.
But
But-
if it's a set, is it?
Would you like me to try and ask the sheriff?
That might be useful.
After I sort this out with Bishop.
All right.
Why don't you use Fanny?
Use
Fanny
Fanny.
chart stars.
Fanny, can you take a look at this map and maybe you can, with my help, deciphering my little scratches?
Is my
survival
chair
check.
in charge?
See, that's why.
Because even at this point, Bishop's scratching. They've been at it for a few hours, and Bishop's scratching his head and going, "I don't understand this."
Chair needs special break. Chair gunner
I
takes
rolled
special
2
break.
3s.
I ain't taking a special break for you. That's weird.
You know what? Screw it.
Special break.
I'm casting Else Wisdom.
Special.
Okay.
Like the special tobacco.
You see Fion's eyes almost
I ain't
grow
smoking that.
a bit, become a bit larger. Her nose kind of takes on like
Yeah.
almost a beak-like appearance.
Suck it. I'm glad I did that.
Oh, that's actually really good. I'm glad you
24.
did too.
Those strange markings that he just copied, exactly, it's a star chart.
Stars change.
Ah. Why didn't I think of that?
Oh, the star's out right now. It's daytime, isn't it?
It is daytime right now.
Can't use that during the day.
Fion, make it night.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay.
Damn.
No,
I know druids are powerful, but damn. Wait, shouldn't you be asking the cleric of light?
Yeah, make it dark. Well, like, yeah.
That's kind of the opposite of his.
No, it's like that's divine intervention.
One
All right,
state
it's
break.
that time.
So what you're saying is we need to get out of this fog and see the stars.
Or she can just clear the fog.
You can see the general location is correct, but without being able to see the stars to map your exact location, you're not sure. But you're in the general vicinity. It's probably within a square 5-mile radius. It's just a matter of finding it.
Can you fly?
Well, just
And the problem is, well, with how thick the mist and fog is,
I need the
I
ship
mean,
again.
even with you guys haven't heard birds in days.
Just become
Light a lamp and ring the bell.
Or
If we're
tie
trying to-
why
rope
don't we
to
just-
Fanny.
tie a string to your leg.
I need to go high.
Long string.
How about low?
Have string that long?
Unravel the poncho he's been putting together.
You don't have enough.
Yeah.
Ask a seamstress. I will let you know.
It's not actual clothes.
Ring the bell.
It's like lingerie.
Would you
Anyways,
let Cheer wear
All
that?
right, I'll go up on the top of the mast.
Then
with the
why
bell
not let me?
to ring it.
and giant eagle flying up.
Strong.
Honestly, the giant eagle's wing could probably blast
And
away
you would
this
swim
fog.
Little bit, not much. This fog, there is so much fog. As you get up, you are flying higher and higher and higher and higher. And as a bird, you feel the air slowly getting thinner, and you realize you're basically at cloud level now. As you begin to fly around, you don't see any other aerial life. You haven't heard a bird. Nothing like that within this region.
Bird is not the word here.
Down we go.
Probably, but not during the day.
No, no.
So I guess we're waiting for nighttime.
It does take you about 20 minutes to find the boat again, even with the light. The light's so diffused, it takes you a
That's
while
why
to
the
find it.
ringing.
Yeah. And I mean, even with the ringing, it gives you like, oh, it's over there. Does help you pinpoint it, but it is tough to find.
Do I happen to hear any echoing from the ringing anywhere else?
Roll me a perception check.
Hey,
Look at that.
hey, look. Al's wisdom. It's paying off again. Yeah, let's do this. That is a perception check. That is a total of 22.
22? Not quite. It doesn't seem like it's reverberating off of anything. Like from everything that you hear, it's just. I mean, a bird's hearing isn't exceptional, like their eyesight is, but you don't hear it.
Turn into a giant.
You're not hearing it bounce off of anything.
Yeah, I know, right?
I got an idea. Why don't you turn into a fish? There's no fog underwater.
Can't see stars underwater.
But
Yeah,
you can see.
big ass rocks.
Yeah.
Islands
Or
are
a
big ass
dolphin.
rocks.
They have like echo, or you know.
Fion shark doo 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 doo.
I will stab you.
Hey, Fion can turn into an actual tiger shark now.
Anyways, in the meantime, Dave, I'll be preparing stuff for the spell.
So I'm inventing reverse inspiration. You roll a d8 and you subtract that from your roll.
And dies.
Okay.
So
you
how much do we
can
stack
pop
then?
another use of wild shape in order to go into a dolphin or a
Shark.
tiger shark.
I was
Okay.
about
So over the next, you got to make a choice. So do you want to try to go by water?
Actually, the dolphin would be more useful.
But would you prefer to go by water, or do you want to wait for the nightfall and attempt the star chart?
How many changes can you change?
2 per hour. So I can actually do both. I'll take a moment.
It's up to
go
you.
ahead. I'll give the underwater one a quick try.
Okay. And it lasts for an hour, correct?
It lasts for half my level, so 4 hours.
4 hours. Go ahead and roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yeah. Actually, this way the Will's wisdom would evening it out. Oi! Ha! Suck it. Still rolled a 19.
Total?
13 or 14. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Suck it, Trebek.
Suck it, Trebek.
4 hours of searching yields nothing really. Most of the ocean life in this area is vibrant. This is a very lively area. Lots of coral, lots of reef in this region, even here in the fog. It seems as if while there may not be a lot of aerial life that lives out here, the sea in this area is thriving. And the water here is very
Shallow,
warm.
relatively.
I mean, very warm. As you are swimming around and looking, it's darker here than what you would typically find in the ocean, as you know, there's not a whole lot of light here. The light is very much diffused. But you do see that there are, in the 4 hours, dozens and dozens of heat vents that are bubbling away, that are heating this entire area.
Oh no, we're in
Tough again.
volcano areas.
Does there happen to be a ladder on the side of this boat?
On the sides, no.
Just
Throw a rope down.
Yeah, man.
Not a rope. It's where it's climbing rope. Throw it.
During that time, I'm gonna use sending.
Have you thought of what you want to say?
Yes, to Sheriff Woldriff.
Okay.
Over it.
Cheer misses.
Yeah. Chair thinks of you often.
Okay.
Send scares.
He's seriously gonna.
Send word of Sister Vermati. You can reply to this.
Okay. Almost immediately, you receive word back. Callum, right? Lots going on in Brownwater. Sister Vermati and two of the sisters have been asleep near a month. We don't know why.
Anything about cheer?
And that's it.
That's his 25.
Anything?
He didn't say anything about you, but I know he's thinking about you. I told him that you're constantly talking about him. He did say that Sister Ramadi and two other sisters have been asleep for a month, and they don't know why.
Oh. Is the doing?
But asleep means that they're not dead.
That's good. Why would they be asleep? We killed that thing down below.
He didn't say catatonic. He said asleep.
Asleep.
He did also said a lot is going on.
See, cheer said go back after the pumpy.
Puffy.
Well, that's a lot to think about.
Puff.
Puffrey. Speaking of Puffrey, let me.
Paprika.
Shh. I need to concentrate real quick.
Paprika.
I have all this stuff ready. Divination.
Mark off the 25 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Paprika.
And what are you asking?
Where would Puffrey be?
It's a goal, event, or activity.
Okay.
Do we find?
Where can I go to find Puffrey?
That's still asking about a person.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're asking about a person. It is a goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
Like, do we find Puffrey?
Will we find Poffrey soon?
Yeah, will we find Puffrey in the island?
Yes.
Alright.
Does it marry God?
So Puffrey's in the island.
In or on?
Have we find him?
Yes.
Excellent.
So just float around.
Yeah.
Wait for night.
The cat needs to turn into a bird so I can go kill someone and we can go back to Brownwater.
I do miss Brownwater too.
No, I told Cheer we'd go back.
Oh, okay.
Promised.
Yeah, we need.
Just like Chip promised to
Well,
help
Sister
get paprika.
Vamadi and two of the other sisters apparently have been asleep for a month.
That sounds like sisters napping when there's work to do.
For a month?
Pop,
Big nap.
pop.
For a whole month.
What?
It's not. It's very
It's
unusual for
unusual.
such a hard-working
It's-
sister to be asleep for such a long time.
Yeah.
Though she could probably use it.
It might have to do with the,
One
you
disagree
know,
with you there.
demon.
What about the man? I know. We gotta stick it to the man.
The demon.
It's not there.
Yeah. There's something screwed up going on in Brownwater.
No,
We gotta
say
go back. I got it.
maybe when Mark happened, did something
Cal.
special with
Yes.
that one. With Beckham.
Do we still have that stone from the, was it the Wayfinders or the...
Mm.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
And it wasn't us. It was a gift to me.
First of all...
Who gave you what?
We're not lost.
Not yet,
We are
anyways.
close.
There's a special thing that happened.
Yeah, we were, defending
Basically,
some graves.
as long as I'm around, we have
A favor.
an ace up our sleeve to never get lost.
You gotta sit on the
Once.
bow and pray to see if try praying to Nadia.
Okay.
I'll screw it up, pray to both of them.
Yeah, it was
Feeling
Wayfinder.
particularly useless. I'm going to clean my guns and wait for night.
Gunner, everyone pray. We pray too, but in special way. We cheer special tobacco.
That's
demo.
how prayer
No, no, no.
works.
We do the Texas pray.
Special tobacco,
I'm not smoking it.
but it's special.
I don't want to.
Cheer,
You
but
know what?
special.
Don't worry about him.
Don't.
We can go off the bow, sit and have some.
Cheer don't
Cal.
like water, so don't push cheer and water.
Of course not. I mean, have I ever done anything to harm cheer?
Yes,
When?
bathed. Cheer.
Ritual cast water breathing.
Invisible confusion.
Anolis.
He's hard.
I mean, there's kind of a list. There was that time you almost got her
And
killed
Ritual
in-
cast water walk on all this.
Intentionally.
Thank you.
in the trading tents when you turned all pervy and got the guards pissed at us.
I wasn't pervy! I was trying to find what we're looking for.
That's
So
Fine.
that's who peeking fans couldn't go around the entrance.
Never
I
gonna live
didn't
it down.
want. I didn't want them to know that we were looking.
Could
Oh, they
have just
found
said
out.
looking for a good time.
Well, yes, I didn't want them to think I was looking for a good time.
And there was that other time you
looked
tried
worse.
to talk to the plant monster and almost got cheer et. She had to jump down the hole.
Oh, you almost got me killed.
It's
Good times.
long list.
It was.
Good times. Funny has.
Because you were about to die
Starving.
had I not taken that hit.
Well, don't worry. Cal will not push Chew into the water.
You should drown.
I'll
Didn't
tie
you-
a rope to you just to make sure.
Pushed cheer into that waterfall under brown water. I think you pushed her into that waterfall.
That was for her own good, though, at that time.
How
See,
does she
Cheer
know
already
she got-
had bath. We in storm. Cheer had bath.
Okay, fine. We won't. You know what?
There was no soap
Even
in there,
though-
really. It wasn't
Cheer
bad.
had bath.
No, there was no
Even
soap
though it was a
involved.
wonderful, it's a wonderful view. We won't do it on the railing. Happy? Okay. You're fine.
Classicals bouncy and then no.
And then you fall, is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
but down,
No, I vomit and then it says that.
wouldn't it be worse in your
What is
cabin,
name for big one? Is
Arden,
Gorgu?
Gorgon,
Bishop.
Bishop?
No, Bishop over there. The other one that say Chermin.
Oh, yeah.
Say Chermin, so Cher don't want to go bleh on deck.
So you'd rather go bleh in your cabin instead of
No,
over the
I
railing?
mean, no, not like to sit.
She'd rather vomit.
Okay, fine. You pick the
ocean.
place.
Sit down.
Sits down with her.
Okay, I make one for Gunner, and I make one for Cal, smaller one, and I make one for myself.
Okay.
Gunner.
Thank you.
It's rolled very nicely. Special papers.
Swap it out in discreetly with a regular.
Indiscreetly?
Discreetly.
I see it all.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Get my purse.
Can I look?
No.
It has to be passive.
Oh, passive?
Oh, then never mind.
All
okay.
screwed. This is 26.
Yeah.
Because I'd want it if you didn't.
Okay, so special stuff from old man who's weird near the
You
what
think
are they
everyone's
called?
weird.
Munlia's most weird.
You're the weird one.
No, cheer normal. Cheer really boring compared to others at home.
So you guys pass the night smoking,
Well, until night. Well,
Casting
Fanny's like
spells.
swimming around, yeah.
and Fionn, by the time you get back to the boat,
super high.
losing your animal form, your dolphin form or shark form,
No, you're not.
it is about an hour and a half before nightfall.
Yeah, take
No, I'm sorry. It is about an hour and a half past nightfall.
Well, I still need to take a moment
Save your
to
spells.
take a breather, and then I'll go zip. Go take a look at some
It's
stuff.
only second
Okay.
level.
So, around 10 o'clock at night, Fionn takes flight.
And if she's still high, lesser restoration.
I think we just have to really worry about her vacuum addiction.
So, I'd like you to go ahead and make me a survival check with advantage, please.
Go, Fanny, go!
Go, Fanny, go.
I will sing the song. That is a 22.
There are 4 stars that are bright. Bright enough that they actually shine through the fog. using these 4 as reference points. That will lead you 2 miles to the west, which should put you right where you want to be. And it's a good thing you did say you copied it exactly as you found it, because if not, you wouldn't have copied the star chart.
That would have sucked.
I think I took the extra 10. Hopefully I didn't smoke the page with the star chart on it.
No, I'd copied everything already.
See?
Just saying.
Is what Cheer in charge.
So now there's an eagle on deck
The eagle
pointing to the west.
The eagle has
Bishop
landed.
just kind of looks at you as you're like,
Mm-hmm.
can
Go
you
that way.
talk to us? Let us know. We have to make
Speak in
calculations.
Morse.
You know, I think he's saying go that way.
There's a lot that way.
Fanny, stop being bird.
Yeah, stopping bird.
Okay. As you
She's
approach
squatting
the
down with a disgruntled look on her face. 2 miles that way.
It's okay, Fanny.
and you let them know about the stars.
Uh-huh.
Unless you know what to look for, it just seems like it's light blooming within the fog itself. But after having pointed it out, he kind of, you're right, they're not moving.
See?
Okay.
Cheer.
And using that, it
Why would they
is
move?
a couple of hours. Because the stars in this world don't move.
Yeah, I know, but never mind.
Yeah, stars don't move.
Yes,
Not
stars
here.
don't move. What does move?
The moon.
Oh, well, yeah, but that's big.
This it is.
This isn't the fog.
other
Light
moon.
gets diffused.
Yep. You can't see the other stars. All you can see is those 4, and you have to know what to look for.
It's been a while since
Thal
I've
been
been.
on the boat.
It's been a while since it's been fog. And I'm usually beneath. Secretive.
Yeah, Cal likes being on bottom.
With a couple of hours passing,
Didn't get the reference.
you slowly make your way.
Get that reference.
Both Artor and Powell dropping weights off the side of the boat and calling out fathoms. When they call 8 fathoms, Bishop calls for a stop. The mast is completely rolled up and tied to the main pole again, and he approaches you all. You all can very vaguely see a large shape in the mist in the distance.
This is as close as you're getting?
This is as close as I'm getting without risking running aground.
Fair enough.
I have a pair of rowboats that should suit the 5 of you.
Should we walk there?
I'm going with Gunnar.
While you all are gone, we will be attempting mild repairs, but we will have to make berth somewhere soon, as, well, the Jewel has seen better days. That storm was very nasty to her.
Back as quick as we can. Maybe there's a port on this island you could use.
Our deal was 3 days we would wait. You got 3 days.
Make an axe.
You haven't been back. If you're not back in 3 days, my duty's fulfilled, and we're on our way.
Understood.
Let's hurry this.
So that means you're leaving payment now. Other half.
Didn't we already pay? Oh, we didn't do the 3.
We had half.
And I paid that half.
You paid my half. Or my
What
portion.
remains?
500.
Well, Dakin, cough it up.
Oh, alright. This is 200 for both of us.
Okay. So there you go. Okay. It's beautiful armor, Bacon.
And it has saved our skin a few times.
It's good investment.
So 100 from me.
Especially when I
100
took the old one.
400? Beyond?
Got the last 100?
I was rich once. Right,
That's
same.
500.
I'm only at,
say
I'm only at 200 gold pieces.
You have my word, I will wait the 3 days.
Thank you.
You're an honorable man, I believe it.
Beach.
Weigh anchor. And anchor is dropped.
If Chief and make a
It
man.
is unnerving how quiet it is. The sound of the anchor slowly lowering into the ocean, even though this anchor is actually in the water, you can still hear the clanking gears. And now you hear that echo. There is definitely something in that direction. Dead ahead.
I guess we're rowing towards an island.
These more ghosts.
Keep it quiet.
No, I don't think so.
Want to be
Hopefully.
on boat alone with Gunner or alone with Gunner?
I'll toss Cheer down into the rowboat.
Don't.
So the 3 of you in one boat and the 2 of you in the other?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
we don't need checks for this stuff. The water here feels almost like it's lake water. It is incredibly gentle.
Everyone remember where we parked?
As you all begin to make your way, how are you all lighting your way?
Cheers.
Following Dakin light.
Yeah.
So you are the beacon?
Yep.
Okay.
Dakin the beacon.
Dakin and Fionn, I would like both of you to go ahead and make perception checks without disadvantage.
Alright.
Yeah. Man, that's 11.
That's kind of.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It could have been worse though. It was like almost on the one.
Maybe I should have gone in their boat to make sure they're alive.
Right. That is an 11.
So 11 and 11?
Eh.
As you all slowly make your way up, the oars dipping into the water, making an absurd amount of noise. You find a large rocky outcrop suddenly bloom into existence before you.
Oh crap.
As you all steer away from it, as your light cascades across it, you see thousands of divots within this rock, and you realize it's a volcanic rock.
Oh, that's not good.
As you make your way deeper in, you find another one of these outcroppings, then another, and another.
This is gonna hurt if we're not careful.
And even with your light, this dark, looming shape draws ever closer. Before, you can see what appears to be the very edge of a treed, rocky outcropping. Small, sparse spruce trees growing in a patchwork along its surface. There appears to be no easy ingress into this place. There's no beach in order to make berth. There is simply rock.
How many times can you transform?
I only need 1. 2 in an hour.
There's got to be a cove or something.
Oh, I'm looking for that.
What are you talking about?
Cove.
There's the outcropping right there.
Rob,
Will you guys be quiet?
we need a
We're
rope.
whispering this. We're doing stage whispers.
I know, but we can hear you over here.
Alright, well, I'll look for a good place to secure it on the rocks.
Where you guys are at now, the rocks are now almost arm's length apart. The closer you get to the island, the more of this volcanic rock there is all over the place. You once you get right up to this near cliff edge of the island, you could take the one of these rowboats and put it into this area, and unless there was a storm to blow it away, it would simply sit there.
Or high tide.
I guess.
There,
Yeah.
I think even high tide.
Well, we can probably look for signs of high tide.
We can carry it up a ways too.
Yeah.
So,
We'll do that.
time to get out, Cheer. Plump.
Yeah, but we're not in the water, right? Or
I toss her up onto the rock.
okay.
if we need to, I can cast water walk. As
We already. Wait. How long is water?
At this point, are you still shining bright?
Now, stop.
Drag the. Not
lift it
drag,
up.
lift the boat up. And carry it up.
Okay.
It's light enough to where I can lift it up, right?
Oh yeah.
I follow Cheer.
You about a 30-second walk from where the rowboats cannot go, and you all are stepping onto these stones that are protruding out of the ocean itself, the water still lapping around them, carrying the boats with you. About 30 seconds from that, you hit this edge, and it is a rather roughly hewn cliff face ahead of you. Shouldn't be too hard to climb, but it is very jagged rock.
I have armor, and it's gonna be very loud.
Start climbing.
Roll me an athletics check.
Carry.
I will also go start climbing.
13.
13.
How much space is actually that we had?
Climbing up this is easy.
Yeah.
There are handholds and footholds literally everywhere.
But it's sharp.
And it is very strong. It's not like typical volcanic rock that will break away under pressure. This appears to be very solid, but it is very sharp. You take 4 points of slashing damage.
That's why I have.
And your hands are pretty cut up. But it's about a 20-foot climb before, as you reach your hand up, you feel earth.
So am I in your backpack?
Pull myself up. Yeah.
And then just send the rope down so I can
Toss the rope down, tie it off on a tree.
And I'll kind of send everyone up first, and then I'll take the.
You'll be the last one?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like a perception check from you as you stand.
Oh, that was better. 16.
16? The trees are not close. They are disparate. These appear to be hardy trees. They're growing into almost rock formations and doing what they can to hold on. So they're pretty tough, but there's not many of them. You can see what appears to be a diffusion of yellow light. Probably hard to tell in a distance, but to the northeast of you, or northwest of you, excuse me, there is something off in that direction.
Flatten out, so I'm less obvious.
I mean, the only reason you can see it is because it's light.
Okay.
You see nothing else. It's just a diffusion of light in the distance.
I know which way to go.
How much space is there actually down here?
From where he's standing on a shelf, that's about 4 feet wide. So as you guys start to climb up, you're having to shimmy around him as he holds the rope.
I meant down where we are.
Oh, 20
you
feet.
mean? It's 20 feet. It's a 20-foot climb.
I meant how much space around, just in
Not
general.
How wide is where we got out of the water? At
The place where we're standing before.
Oh, I mean, it stretches off farther than you can. I mean, it disappears into the fog in both directions.
It's like a beach at the base of the cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this island is probably very big.
Is it still all foggy?
Yeah.
It's probably because there's a volcano that's going with lava and stuff.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna turn into something that flies. So.
That would turn into a knight. Or a knight. Oh, a giant owl.
That's not a bad option.
An owl, regular owl or giant owl?
Let's go with regular.
Okay. Your eyes are much more attuned. The fog doesn't really affect an owl's eyes. Not like it does like an eagle's eyes. Looking around as you fly up and see, you see Gunnar is crouched low and looking to the northwest. As you follow his gaze, you can see what appears to be a diffusion of light, but there are 20 separate points of light that are coalescing into this diffusion.
Good thing owls are silent.
Any of them moving?
No, they appear to all be static.
Yeah. Okay then.
Though there's a mouse over there.
Well, that mouse is dead.
Okay.
You can eat the mouse.
Cat or bird, they eat them.
I'm sorry. What do you know, Fionn?
Go and roll me a quick survival check. With advantage because you are now.
Oh god.
And you're silent because
That's 24.
Oh yeah. Mouse doesn't even know what hit him.
owls.
His family will mourn his death for years to come.
Yes, all those hundreds of thousands of children.
Yes.
Oh,
All of them will. And because there's no birds here, the one bird to come to the island.
is going to be eaten very
It ain't
well.
Wrecking that ecosystem.
Papa!
Like, they don't know to be afraid.
The rest of you are able to brace with your boots against this very sharp wall that you're climbing up, and though you can feel the stuff cutting into your boots. And as you get up, you will see there is blood dripping from Gunnar's hands. The wound's closed, but you can still feel.
Yeah.
And They're
Also,
still.
you're at full.
You can still see, like, it's almost like when you slept on your hands and you have the creases.
Yeah.
It's like that, and they don't go away.
Cheer in the backpack.
That was, by the way, cure wounds. So
First level, right?
yeah,
So drop first level spell.
yeah, I did.
And at this point, make sure you've dropped the third level. Make sure you've dropped the third level.
Third,
No, I actually got rid of it.
Fourth and third, excuse me.
Third for.
Wait, no, I didn't.
Sending.
Oh yeah.
Is this still within the day that I cast, what's it called? Al's Wisdom?
Yes. So drop Al's
So
wisdom.
that one's still gone.
Yeah.
This is why you fit in a backpack.
We need a rest before we head out, or
With your owl vision,
points
this
of healing, if that
diffusion of light is about 6-7 miles away. Island is fairly big.
How far? What does that travel time like? What is the terrain?
From in your immediate vicinity, it's very rocky.
So 2
Farther.
miles an hour.
I'm sorry, it is 4 miles away, excuse me. 4 miles. My math is correct. 4 miles. Left the map at home.
Eh.
So 2 miles an hour, more or less.
Yeah, about in this terrain, about 2 miles an hour.
That's some slow moving.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
4 miles on flat ground. No.
Change back.
Yeah.
Relay info.
We need a rest, or you guys ready to move on?
Cheer, fine.
I've only used a few spells. I'm fine. If we need more scouting, I think Fion's used all her scouting for the night.
Boffrey wasn't a joke to
No.
fight 10 years ago. He's only going to be worse.
At least we know he's here.
Well, then it'd be funny if Pumpy was already dead when we get there.
It
That
would be
would
funny.
be interesting. Who would have killed him?
Maybe choke on chicken bone. I don't know.
That's such an undignified death and an anticlimactic way to find it.
I would appreciate that. Be a little disappointed.
Yeah.
What are you all doing?
It's like, really, a chicken?
I'm hanging out my baby boy.
You think we should rest, or do you think we should go straight at it?
We should at least try to scout the like figure out where we can go first, and then
I
if we
guess
need
we're
to
going to
rest.
start heading towards the light.
Okay. As you guys begin to move, there's something odd here. The fog and mist that clings around the island appears to thin. And thins more and more the further away from the edge of the island that you get. And after about 15 minutes of you walking down this very rocky path, using trees to help brace yourselves, this stone and earth, the earth is very thin in most places, and that stone is everywhere. Every once in a while you find yourself about to put your hand on something and realize, oh, that's basically volcanic glass I'm about to touch. Okay.
We should probably mark to get back here somehow.
Do I know? Can I figure out roughly what side of the island we're on? Landmarks?
Not currently. I mean, you'd have to be. You guys traveled northwest in order to get here.
Go southeast.
So I mean, you're probably on the southern edge of the island,
Yeah.
or near the southern half of the island at least.
Yeah.
Fianne knows where those stars are. She'd navigate by them back to the beach.
That's true.
You all realize that as the fog slowly begins to thin out, you realize the entirety of this island appears as if it is sloped gently inward into the island.
Oh.
It is basically a giant bowl.
Oh, wonderful.
Volcano base.
I've heard of this island. People have died on this island.
Which island is this?
There is an
And-
island that blew up in the Pacific.
As you all break out of the
Mentions
fog
the description.
and it no longer impairs your vision, now all 5 of you can see miles down, sitting somewhat near the center of this strange island, appears to be a town. Those 20 points of light appear to be lanterns of some type, maybe burning torches. but it is done in a near symmetrical way, definitely not made by nature. And that light is reflected off of the waters around it, and it gives you a better view of the island itself as you sit in it. To your left, or what would be west, it appears as if the trees grow ever thicker up in that direction. If you look over to your right, it appears as if it becomes far more craggy and rocky, and then has a sudden drop, and there is a gap of probably about a quarter mile between one section of the island and another. So it's not a complete bowl, but it's missing a piece.
That's a bay.
Well, do any of the buildings in this town, if I'm close enough, look to be larger or
No
more
idea.
ornate?
You can see the lights themselves, but it's you're too far away to make out any structures or anything like that.
Well, then as we get closer, I'll be looking for
Maybe we should
where Poffrey might be.
go up to those trees and rest, then make it down.
All right.
And you all realize it's kind of warm here.
I hate the warmth. A little humid, but
Oh, incredibly humid.
Take off my jacket.
I
Stuff
could
it in
be
a garbage
comfortable
bag.
here.
I think we're gonna head for the tree line and rest over there.
You're gonna head for the so north towards the trees, or
Yeah.
you're gonna head south or northwest towards the trees, or you're gonna head almost straight north towards the town.
Into the trees first.
Okay. So, as you guys slowly begin making your way towards the trees themselves, it is very slow going. While you have a bit of ambient light, almost like starlight level, but the stars are not shining through the fog above. It is just that trapped lighting within this area, reflecting off the fog and back down onto you. It allows you to see like it's not quite a full moon, but pretty close. But it is very slow going, especially with a bad fall here could seriously injure a person with that constant sharded rock everywhere. But as you travel further to the northwest, you discover that it begins to thin out and more earth begins to take underfoot. During this time, Fionn, you've taken 4 points of slashing damage on your bare feet.
Ow.
Fionn, should we carry?
As you all draw ever closer, you begin to hear crickets in the distance.
Interesting.
Then the soft song of cicadas. And in the distance you hear sloshing and bubbling water. As you draw closer to the trees, you realize they are mangrove trees.
Huh.
And even growing out of the rock face itself, there is a constant stream of water that appears to suffuse this entire area and makes its way now in your 4 hours of traveling. Your 2 hours of traveling, heads deeper into the island and makes it stop near where the town is.
I think we're gonna.
It seems as if this town sits at the lowest point of the island, and there is, by the smell in the air, a fetid swamp.
I think we're gonna rest above the swamp before we start heading down to the town.
Yeah. Swamp.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we don't want to be in the swamp. That's.
Rest above the swamp before we head down.
Yeah. So you're going to take a long rest there?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Who is going to be on watch, if anyone?
I'll be on the first watch.
No,
I'll take
I
the
will
ship
call
closest
forth
to Don.
Rufius.
Rufus.
Yeah.
As you pop him out here. Well, at least it wasn't as long as last time, Master. Good to see you again.
I'm going to try much
Oh.
better, but we've been busy.
God, what is that smell?
Fish?
Oh,
Dog.
you bring me to the best places, sir.
Could you find a
Sarcasm.
less whiny animal companion next time?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is me protecting you in your sleep not worth me whining a bit about the stink? I've never once complained about your odor as powerful as it is.
Screech.
Stop it! I'm trying to be serious here.
I smell delightful, earthy, with a strong tone of musk.
Yes. Like shit.
That's one way of putting it.
Don't shit on him. Maybe next to him it's okay, but not on him.
I wish I could defecate. Because if I could, believe me, I would. Fill his boots up to the brim.
You're such a good dog, Rufus.
I know you was a cat.
I know
That's a cat thing.
I know I was a dog. I know I was a good dog, but it's good to hear it. I am the goodest of boys.
The goodest of boys.
Now, if you all like, you may take your rest, and I shall watch over you in this swamp.
Don't worry, I'll
Not
bring you
your
out to
idea.
a better place when we get back.
That'd be great. Maybe a dog park once.
Yes, yes.
Change of pace.
Of course, of course.
Take a moment to wash the feet.
Maybe we can arrange for a glacier next time.
I help Fionn bind her feet.
Okay.
Do we have any extra shoes for Fionn?
Nope.
Pull out a size 28 boot.
Theon will put both feet in and hop around.
Can I try and wrap them with some extra cloth we have laying around?
Yeah. You can wrap her feet up. Or at least it gives some kind of semblance of protection.
Can you sew?
turn into something?
Yes.
Could he make her some ersatz boots out of my old jacket?
It'd take a lot of time.
Little Max.
When we get back, I will.
Callie spend a lot of time on funny things.
Like John Spartan from Demolition Man. Just give me a needle and thread, I'll fix it. Did I just say that?
You always get to spend time with Fanny. Am I not allowed?
You're not interested in funny in romantic way.
Cal's not either.
I think Cheer's just jealous because Fanny ain't fat. Well, I didn't say you was fat either. I just said you was jealous.
Cal's not the bad guy anymore.
I'm not the bad guy. You're the one spending all your time with Fanny.
Thank you for shooting yourself in the foot with a howitzer.
Ouch.
Are you all going to go to bed, or am I going to have to listen to the prattle all
I'm
night?
already...
Good
Go
night.
to sleep.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Cheer. I'm still your friend.
You all just
Cuddles into taken.
barely gain the benefit of a full rest, as Hal, a very wet and cold nose, wakes you up as it is shoved into your armpit.
Cheer, what are you doing?
Master,
Oh, yes.
what were you dreaming? Never mind. There is movement.
Oh, thank you.
Quite a bit of it.
Got her.
Harpy. What?
And you worried about my dreams? Movement. Cheer.
Cheers
Quietly
sandwich
check the
between these two.
6 guns to make sure they're loaded right.
Kind of scritch Fionn. Movement.
Rufus walks over and just all over Cheer's face.
Is it
Yes.
is it daylight or?
Yeah. The amount of light is like a very cloudy day. There's light, but it is not very bright.
Not a bright light.
But you can see, all of you, pretty easily, this town appears to be not in the swamp, but on top of it. There appears to be dozens and dozens of various piers, we'll call them, that crisscross around this section with buildings that have been built upon stilts to keep them out of the water.
Little Venice.
It is, even from this distance, incredibly ramshackle.
Do you have water breathing?
You do?
I do. I do not have water breathing.
No, that was Fionn speaking. Everyone still has water breathing. It lasts 24 hours.
But that was like 3 days ago.
No.
No, that was yesterday.
He can ritual cast it.
You can recast it.
I think it was.
In
Okay.
fact, you should probably recast it just in case.
Recast it anyways. Not like
So-
you heard.
I really
So you
hate
take the
this
10
idea
minutes?
that I think you're
Okay.
having.
Well,
Boy.
it's a swamp. Let's kind of.
Once I identify what's making the noise, Was it the town?
Movement.
Is the town far off?
You don't hear anything. You just see movement. At this distance, they still look like large ants that are moving about.
Then, yeah, right.
But it is a flurry of activity.
Recap.
Like they're preparing for something?
Hard to discern motive from this distance.
Going to eat us.
But in understanding, the map and everything, did I get the idea that this was a pirate trading hub? Don't know.
Cannibal
Okay.
trading hub.
Alright, let's sneak
I mean,
closer.
did you?
It's an idea that pops in my head right now. It might be a pirate trading hub, Lots of,
Cannibals.
Yes. Lots of what?
Or maybe a boat arrives?
Cannibals.
Or is about to leave?
Cannibals.
Let's go find out. Come on.
Like cheer and eating cow's tail?
I'm
You
gonna
don't
start
the
sneaking down towards it,
Do you finish her ritual casting?
I guess. I look very antsy.
Okay.
Look out.
Get ready.
Poof.
You guys do realize, it kind of dawns on you, not a whole lot of cover between you all and the village.
What
Have I
about
seen any
stream?
birds?
Excuse me?
Is there a stream nearby that goes down to the swamp?
I mean, when I say water flows, I mean it's like it flows downward, but it's not a river.
It's just like knee deep stuff.
Not even knee deep.
And the swamp itself?
I mean, there's no tree. The mangrove trees all ring the outer edge. There, it's nothing but clear area between you
So it's
all
like
and where that village
Mangroves,
is.
water flowing down rocks.
And then yes,
What kind
So
of
we
birds have
can't-
I seen, if any?
birds.
Yeah.
None.
Zero.
I will do my best to be sneaky.
Okay.
So no, going into the swamp.
I mean, when you get down to the bottom, yeah. But you guys are still up here. As you come down, you guys can get there and then go forward. But it's coming down. You're going to be pretty exposed.
We have a spyglass, right?
Somebody's got one.
Yes, we have a
Cheer.
telescope.
Well,
Cheer.
Well,
Pull out your telescope.
Everybody should be goddamn long rested.
We should
Moment
at
to
least
make
see what's
spells.
going down there.
I can't justify it.
No, I have one. So go ahead.
Let me see that chair.
Why?
Because
So we
I
can
need to...
scout.
Yes.
How about
Cheer.
I borrow it real quick? Thanks, Cheer.
Next time we'll take long rests.
Can't
Remind me
believe
to
you
change my
said she was
spells.
fat. It's just a horrible
Both
thing
said
to
cheer
say.
fat.
But I
Cheer
did
on
it.
diet again.
I never said you was fat.
Cheer
Cheer
last
on diet.
night.
So that means that we'll triple our food supply?
I'll check out the village, see what it looks like's going on.
I'd say you're doing this while Fanny is still casting her
Yeah.
ritual. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Ah, 20.
20?
Nice one.
There is a lot of activity.
20.
Spyglass is decent, not the best. They're humanoid.
Mm-hmm.
They don't run like humans, though. They run different. They're very quick. Some are very quick. Some appear to be larger. Almost blend in with the swamp water itself. The water that flows is clear-ish. Once it hits into the swamp itself, that swamp is green and brown, swirls of it. It is almost indiscernible. You couldn't see anything beneath the surface. Probably Crocodile Central.
Those things ain't human, and there's probably some nasty things living in that swamp.
No, that's true.
Well, where would Poffrey be?
Probably on his big ass ship.
Do you see the ship?
They'll look friendly.
Don't see the ship.
From where you all are standing now, having traversed around, you all can see that gap. That gap is literally a almost V that sits in the island, almost like it's been cut out by the very gods themselves. It is wide enough that a ship could sail through, but I mean, that would be, woof.
And there's no ship inside.
There appears to be no ship inside.
Why don't we go figure out what's going on in that village?
You think they're friendly?
Sure. Everything's friendly. Or dead, but it's friendly when it's dead.
Well,
We'll pacify it.
there's not much cover between here and there. Perhaps maybe we should approach more reputably.
Reputably.
More obvious, like?
Yes. Since we'll probably be found out anyway.
I can think of tons of reasons why 5 random assholes are walking across an island nobody knows exists. There's coming to kill everybody. Coming to kill everybody. Oh yeah, coming to kill everybody. That's another reason.
Cannibals.
Any different reasons than that?
Cannibals. Ghosts.
Who knows? Maybe they hate Poffrey as well.
We have him pretend to be from Don Darius, and then they call him out, and then we try and kill everybody.
How far away is the town?
From your recollection, about a half mile away at this point.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty close.
I can see a whole lot closer if you like. If I just brought that spyglass.
3/4 of a mile. About 3/4 of a mile.
Well, why don't we just head down there?
Well, wouldn't you rather me scout out a little bit closer?
Fine.
Okay. So I look through the spyglass so that I can actually see a point to use.
There are a couple of points of ingress into this. It appears as if there is well, like I said, we'll call it a pier or a walkway. We'll call it a walkway. There is a walkway that leads to what appears to be a rocky outcropping just down into your right. That looks like the closest way to simply walk into the village itself. I mean, you guys could splash into the water and swim if you really wanted to. Or on the exact opposite side of where you all are now, there is another one of those walkways that looks, and as you can see, part of the cliff face on that side, it doesn't slope downwards. It's almost a sheer face. And you can see scaffolding is there. And there it is honeycombed with various points of entry into that cliff face. The only other point of entry there appears to be, I mean, you can see that there's several boats tied up on various docks down there. It's all kind of one giant dock. But if a ship was coming in, they would come in from the east, heading west into this place.
We should go down that way. Just act like the regular folk. Don't talk to anybody.
Alright.
We prepared just in case we might need to.
Oh
Yes,
no.
our ship crashed on the other side.
Exactly.
What if cannibals?
Well, then we'll fight them like we did in the
Yeah.
Vigor
Worst,
Ridge.
worst thing that happens is I hit Cal in the knee so he don't run as fast as the rest of us. It'll be alright.
You'd put a puppy.
I love how Kel just agreed to
Did
that.
I what?
Put a puppy.
Yes, I'm going to work on that just right now. I had to, give him some more scritches for his good job.
Forgot
It's
about
nice to be
puppy.
included in the conversation.
Yes.
Something
Forgot
doesn't smell
about
right.
puppy.
What do you mean?
Is it the swamp or something else?
Well, the swamp doesn't smell right, but I don't like the way any of this place smells.
It's cannibals.
I don't either. Could you be more specific, though?
Cannibals.
What do you think is wrong?
It makes my ass twitch.
That does not help us at all.
Sure does that to me often.
Whenever my ass twitches, there's trouble.
Cannibals.
Well, if I never see you again, it's been, good having you.
Please don't let me fall into the hands of some weird cannibal.
See?
I don't know why you listen to Cheer.
Yeah,
So if you're going to die, just give me to the big guy and just heave me as far as you can. Try to get me away from here.
that will be our dying actions.
You're a good master.
If it looks
Do I
like
have your leave now?
Yes.
And he gets back into his position and shrinks down into the small statuette of an onyx dog.
This was the greatest thing I ever picked up.
Don't worry. If it looks like we're going to be captured, I'll prison walled it for you.
That thing is edgy and angular. Good God.
Not my prison wallet. Yours.
You're gonna Christopher Walken it.
Say that's an OnlyFans video waiting to happen. Oh my God.
You're gonna Christopher Walken it. Just like I held it.
Don't worry, I'm sure there's someone who'll make that for you. We'll get it on video.
I kept it
So
for 30
you all suddenly feel the sides of your neck tingle, and the familiar sensation of your water breathing ability now taking hold. What are y'all going to do?
Head down to that dock.
Let's head on down. What order are we going? Am I going first?
Yes.
Yeah.
As you all slowly, you guys are kind of half walking, half climbing at this point. There's
Tell
no
me,
real
go with me,
trail
Thal.
here. You're kind of following the contours of the land itself, but those contours of the land do kind of meander in the same direction as this walkway into this village. As you all get down to the bottom area, this walkway extends about 300 feet, almost a full football field in length, connecting this part of the island to the village itself. It is a long walk, and it appears as if this walkway has seen quite a bit of consistent repair, as there are several sections that are higher than the others, some that are lower than the others. You can see some sections that are collapsed and have had other planks just nailed over the top of them.
Got it on out?
Yep.
Every creak of the wood beneath your feet echoes throughout this place. As you are now at the lowest level, that fog seems to cling to the water itself. You can hear the bubbling and the croaking of frogs. The sound of cicadas is still greeting your ears. Crickets chirping. You can hear sudden movements in the water off to your left as something snatches an unwary frog, silencing its croaking forever. Off to your right, you hear other burbling. And cheer, as you're looking to the right, you see a pair of eyes suddenly sink down into the water.
Cannibals.
Crocodiles.
And cannibals is lots of things. But eyes
As you all
in water.
continue to make your way across this, there is one final step up that extends for about 15 feet. You all can see the first small building on your left. The doorway faces the opposite direction from you. There is another building almost directly before you. Its doorway is closed. That mist has prevented, or the clinging fog has prevented most of your vision as you find your ingress into this place. You see no movement.
What's his name? The guy that offered me the deal. What was his name again? I'm having brain farts.
Which one?
Skirbold.
The one who offered me Poffrey's spot.
Skirbold?
Skirbold. I mean,
Skirbold, I think.
He goes by a bunch of different names. You've known
The one he was
Skirbold.
known for
Yeah.
by the Dundarius shipping company. As.
Yeah.
Skirbold?
Yeah, that's what you know him as, a Skirbold.
Okay. Well, I was thinking of the name he used in
The card game?
Nain.
9?
Nayan. Sorry.
Nayan.
Nan?
Yeah.
That's
Naen.
That's what he went by in that city?
Alright. If anybody asks, tell him Nayan sent us to warn Poffrey that assassins were after him, but our ship got wrecked in the storm.
Ah, yes. That's a very believable thing. You know what? Is there any peering eyes on us?
Roll a perception check.
Oh, that was not too bad. 17.
No, there does not appear to be anything around.
I'm going to disguise.
I mean, conspicuously, there is nothing before you of what you can see. There is no movement. There is no lights on in any of the buildings. There is no creaking of wood of people moving around these walkways. Just how loud this one walkway is that you all are on, these things are not quiet at all. They are filled with rot and old moss and everything, and just creak and groan under the weight, especially if someone as big as Gunnar and as big as Dakin, especially how heavy Dakin is. A few of them have cracked and creaked very precariously under his weight, but you hear none of that.
Well, I'm going to, before we get too much closer, use disguise self as a human sailor.
Okay. Well, just nondescript sailor?
Yeah, a little bit taller than myself.
Okay. So you guys see his form kind of elongate, grow a little bit taller, and his blue skin or purple skin fade away. His tail disappears, and standing before you is the most average, typical guy ever that you've ever seen. You know, pirate-wise. Like he's the Emmett of pirates, you know,
Wow.
that he looks so much like every other pirate he can be mistaken for any pirate.
We'll call him Gene. He is just so generic.
Yep.
Generic. My
So
name is
standing
Gene,
atop
that's
that
generic.
last part of the walkway and looking around, what are you all going to do? It tees off. Directly in front of you, there is a closed door to this hut that sits on these stilts. You can walk down the walkway to your left, and there is another one directly on there. And you can see a very tall for this area of building, and you realize that building is not on stilts, and it looks like the starting of it is stone and half in water, and the other half is built above it, and there's a ladder that is leaning on its eaves that allows access to the building itself.
And in the other direction?
It wraps around. It's behind the building in front of you that you can't see.
Let's go that way.
So y'all gonna head to the left?
Yep.
Okay. That will take you right past the doorway of this closed hovel.
Keep an eye on it as we go by.
Okay. You all walking in lockstep, one after the other. These walkways, most of them are about 5 feet wide. You know what? Let me give you guys a better idea of what you're looking at.
Of course.
Yeah. We're gonna meet frog people.
Frog people.
You're making some assumptions, and you went straight to frog. Not a bad choice.
I've already
But
killed
considering
fish
that there
people,
are,
why not
you
frog
know, like,
people?
there's got to be a dozen races that could be occupying
Yeah, but this is
village.
swamp. There's no
Yeah,
tricks.
lizard folk. They occupy swamps.
They move
Yeah, but
quick.
frogs are cool.
As do troglodytes.
I'm okay
Yeah,
killing
but
lizard
Kuatoa
people.
would be the frog people. And
No,
there's
no,
another
no,
version of
it's
frog
a
people.
grug.
Huh?
Or grungs. They're actual frogs. Yes.
Can you hold the
Curtain back.
Move the curtain for the terrain.
get through?
The thing. I mean, this. Oh, look at that.
You know, the thing.
Yeah, well, Joe's up.
I'm getting lots of
I don't want to see what I'm looking at.
I really like my pocket knife.
I can tell.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, but you see, the problem here is that when the train comes out, combat often follows.
Not every time. Actually, a lot of time it doesn't.
That's true.
It's like the few times it doesn't, it's usually larger terrain.
And we have Dakin in front, Gunner in the back.
Just after digging.
Just after Dakin. I'm going to turn this so that way I can see where we're at. If I need to move anything.
I did it behind the thing.
Okay, so
I'm not.
let's see.
You're literally in front of the microphone.
Alrighty, that's not bad. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn this a bit. I'm gonna be standing up. I hope you guys can hear me. Hope you guys can hear me. So you're right behind him?
Did it turn off?
5 feet back.
No, we're good.
That way, if it cracks and he goes through, a safe number
Okay.
of boards.
Who's behind Gunner?
I'm going to be behind Gunner
Oh.
in case we need some talking.
Who's behind Cal?
Probably this one.
And then Fion's bringing up the rear?
I guess so.
Okay, so this is all what you see. This is the building on your left. This is the building directly in front of you with the door closed. This is the large building that appears to be jutting out of the water itself. The walkway stands about 6 feet above the water's surface.
Let's split the party.
Let's not split the party.
Or not.
Actually, you know what? Splitting the party might be a good idea.
Keep moving around.
Okay?
Shall we knock
So
on any door?
where are you heading, Dakin? You are standing next to the door at this point. Are you going to continue moving on, or are you going to... Can you hear me, or... Okay.
All right. So what do you think about?
Oh, Kyle, can you pull him?
I suppose it No, no,
I
we
mean,
got a
they
nice
just see
view.
his
Nice view. Great, dude.
Yep. You guys can see
Good
my
view of the
tits.
There.
No. No.
We don't
It's
speak
so
of such
wrong.
things.
It's so wrong. It feels so wrong. A little down. There we go.
Seems
All
not
right.
like the most smooth.
Hey, don't touch
You gotta undo it a lot. Okay.
That was pretty loose.
That's what she
Bow,
said.
chicka, bow.
Wow.
I knew someone
Okay.
would say it.
Scraping the side.
So, what are you gonna do, Dave?
All right. What do y'all think about knocking on the door, trying to ask for
I
help?
think if you're gonna mess with the door, just open it. Don't knock.
Mark.
I think we should.
If cannibals at least try to be nice to them, maybe they don't
I
eat all
think
of
the
us.
less people we interact with here, the better.
Thaumaturgy.
No one ever listens to cows.
I was saying the same thing.
But yes, let's keep moving on. Find the biggest, most ornate building there, and
You mean the one on
I
the?
think it's the big stone building.
This is about a tenth of the area. There is far more buildings that are off, shrouded by that mist that clings to the swamp waters, the top of the swamp water. This village is fairly sizable. Its buildings are more spread out than a typical village would be because they're built on stilts. But there are close to probably 30, 40 different hovels built around the area, and that is the largest building in the area, but it's not the largest building, at least the largest shadow of a building that you all can make out.
let's head towards the largest shadow of a building we can make
That
out.
would be straight that way.
All right.
That's where we're going.
All right, I'll go.
Or
there.
knock there.
No knocking, smack chair.
They know we're here.
So you coming around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As you move around, as you get to about right here, moving along the edge of the house, it doesn't look like it was made very well, as there's not a very big walkway. There's a small little 2x4 that connects that connects the areas, that gives you some kind of safety in order to walk across. But as you get there, you see leaning against over here is a fishing rod that still has its line in the water, that is just sitting there. You can see it looks as if a net has been halfway pulled out of the swamp's water and then just left on the edges of the pier itself. There are still fish and strange looking crustaceans that are either flopping about it or crawling up or down it back into the water.
I don't like this.
And that puts Gunner right there.
I'll go towards the fishing rod area. That also kind of trendy.
Okay, you know what? Let's barge into this house here. You happy now?
Yeah.
This house here?
Knock.
No knock.
So as you step around here with Gunner following, a careful distance behind, Cheer, you're going to walk up to the house and knock, correct?
Yes.
You all hear
Something stupid.
a very soft dink, 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 dink that gets no response.
Thaumaturgy.
If it's unlocked.
As you focus on the door in order to open it, you realize the door is locked or barred.
Then let's move quickly.
Let's keep going down towards
So
the big
you're
Extra
heading towards
use.
the fishing rod, you said?
Yeah.
As you step here with, once again, Gunner behind you.
No knock.
I didn't glue anything down because I want this to be modular, and I didn't make it as mossy because I wanted it to be modular so I can use it in the future. So just imagine all the moss all over it.
Yeah.
As you get to that point, you all are looking. Cheer, you kind of crestfallen turn and begin to walk away from the building itself. Sorry, you guys are actually
Charlie
here.
Brown walking it.
The barrels that all of you have now walked by are putrid smelling. You can see that there are clumps of moss that are just lazily floating in the top of this river, or the top of the swamp, excuse me. You can see pieces of wood that have been either fallen off the walkways themselves, chucked into the water, or had pieces of the mangrove trees that have succumbed to age or rot and have now made this swamp their home and are now like strange dead fingers reaching out of the swamp towards the heavens.
No more killing
As
death for you.
you walk up, you can see the tip of the fishing rod is
Get out my gun.
draw your weapon.
Yep.
I will.
And
Something down there.
Oh, the fishing line.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you grab the fishing line and begin to pull up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you do that, does a 24 hit?
Just misses.
The sudden silence is shattered by a ringing sound that all of you recognize very well, that of a latch gun with its telltale cocking directly afterwards, and a second round being shot. The first round that rips through you deals 10 points of piercing damage. The second round, that is a 20.
Nope.
It glances off your pauldron and you stagger back, almost teetering into the swamp water beneath you, and directly in front of you, Gunner, you see the barrel of a latch gun being placed over this barricade as shots now begin to ring out and strange guttural cries are called. I'm going to set up this fight, but as it's 11 o'clock, we're not going to be able to do the fight tonight. But
I knew it.
let's go ahead and set this up real quick.
Where is that thing?
We're walking into a fight anyways.
I know.
Yeah, we knew.
This
We
is-
knew it.
I
We knew it.
had.
I need to set the obvious trap out.
Running feet suddenly erupt all around.
Lizardman.
You're right.
Oh,
As-
crap, all that.
Okay, seriously, what the fuck else were they going to be besides the other things that I listed off?
Frogs.
Oh,
Kuatoa,
bullywugs.
Frog
No,
people.
no, those are fish frogs.
No, Kuatoa.
Bullywugs.
Yes,
What about
frog
the
people.
grug?
No, I'm just telling you,
Huh?
The
bullywugs.
grug. Yeah, no, bullywugs are another. There's also the grug.
I mean,
I don't know anything about drugs.
yeah, Hansi.
Oh,
That's
horrifying.
That is
reminded.
horrifying.
Like the
Hansi.
ones you're thinking of, the Sahuagin. Sahuagin?
Sahuagin.
Oh, grung.
No, Hansi was Bullywug.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm
So-
talking about
That it would be where you all are going to start the fight for episode number 51 in the first combat of our next game session. I'm going to go ahead and just continue to stand for this, guys. We made it to 11 o'clock. We were going to play a little bit later tonight, but with us just starting a fight, this fight wouldn't be done until probably 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And people got to work tomorrow. We don't want to do that. But we really appreciate you guys sticking around. Sorry, we did take a longer lunch break in the middle, but again, thank you, Reed, so much. It is what it is.
Not
But
sponsored.
guys, thank you so very not sponsored.
Candy.
Yeah, not sponsored. But thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate everything that you guys have been doing for us lately. All the likes, the subscribes, all the comments, everything like that. We absolutely love it. We love interacting with you guys. If there's anything in particular you want to see, definitely check it out. Now that I actually have this thing on camera, I can go ahead, and I'm glad you got thank you guys for getting to that point. I can go ahead and post this on David's Tiles and Terrain so you guys can see what I did. If you guys have questions on how I did it, this is actually a 5-hour build.
It is.
The buildings were done differently, but everything else was done. The every walkway, the netting, the boats, all of that stuff was done in 5 hours, includes the green mats that I made for the water of the swamp. So if you guys have questions about that, you guys want to know how I did it, definitely hit me up, check it out. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a good talk about it. I love talking about this
I
stuff.
should just catch
Be ready. We don't have an ETA yet on Kingdom Death. We will do that starter session where you guys will be doing a lot of the choices. How we're going to do that is our very first game session is actually going to be building the campaign. You guys are going to decide through what I have, which I have everything up to 1.6. So you guys can decide, like, is it going to be the Sunstalker is going to be guaranteed in the campaign? Is the Flower Knight going to be guaranteed in the campaign? You know, for various years, are we going to do the Beetle Knight? Are we going to add the Gorm? You know, are we going to add? Can't really do all of them, but I mean, you can do a lot of them. But you guys are going to get to decide. So if it's a choice between one or the other, like Beetle Knight and Sunstalker, you guys will get to choose that. And if we decide to add one later on, we can do that. But there's so much stuff to hunt and so many nemesis and stuff like that. There's so much. We could even have you guys vote on whether or not you want us to do the People of the Lantern campaign, or the People of the Sun campaign, the People of the Dragon campaign, or the People of the Stars campaign. We got a bunch of stuff that we can do for that, so we will definitely be talking to you guys about that. Well, we got to do them one at a time. But our goal for this is to do the entirety of the Kingdom Death campaign, so you guys can see it. I know there's videos out there that are like, hey, this lantern here and that lantern here. We want to do the whole thing. That way, I know there's a lot of you out there that aren't able to play, or those of you out there that play a lot and just want to see how other people tackle it. If it's something that you're interested in, definitely let us know. We're going to be doing it. It's just a matter of when. You guys got to tell me if you want it done sooner as opposed to later. I'm trying to wait for the 3D terrain I ordered for it to come in. So we're not using tiles, we're using all 3D terrain. I even have gear grids that I bought that came in today that can hold all the cards so the cards don't slide around. It is really freaking cool. It's really good stuff. I'm painting up everything as I go. I already have all the starting survivors done, the white lion's done, the screaming antelope, the gorm is done, the butcher's done, the hand is done, the kingsman is done, the hand is on the table. I have so much for it. You guys will also get to decide what miniatures I paint next. I will be painting them pretty much as their art is, so I won't be asking for ideas on paint schemes. But if there's particular models you want us to use that I own, we'll definitely use those.
Alistair.
I know you love Alistair. We will be using the core names of the core four people, and then we'll be naming everybody else. But that's stuff that we'll talk about then. And again, we'll do at least one more episode of Dice Throne Adventures. If you guys want to see more, let us know. People have been watching the videos, people have been enjoying them, I hope people have been liking them. But if you want to see more, leave a comment, let us know, or send us an email, let us know. So that way we know to do more Dice Throne Adventures.
Or even a Facebook message.
Yeah, even a Facebook message, anything. Any kind of message at all, but let us know that you want to see it. Because honestly, if we get a couple of people who want to see it, we're going to do it. We don't have a huge audience, and we want the audience that we do have to see what they want to see. Like I want to do Dice Throne Adventures because not a lot of people were able to do the Kickstarter. I was fortunate enough to be able to do it. I want to do Kingdom Death because I have everything for it pretty much, and I even have all the next wave stuff. All of that's pre-ordered already. So once that stuff comes in, we're ready to go for all that stuff, and we'll do another campaign with that stuff. But I want to be able to share that experience with people who aren't able to play the game themselves, and play the game with my friends. I love these people. I love playing games with them. So
Especially
and I'd love to be able to do that stuff with you guys too, and have you guys interact, which is the cool part. I think of you guys deciding like, hey, we draw 2 innovations. Chat. Which one are we doing? Which one are we gonna take? Are we gonna be cannibals? Or are we going to dig graves for people? You know, like stuff like that is going to be really interesting. And I mean, even if it's super trolly and that's what you guys are doing, I mean, there's benefits to everything you do. So I think that's going to go ahead and do it for us tonight. Thank you so much if you're sticking around. If you still are, thank you so much for joining us. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please follow us on Twitch. If you have your free Twitch Prime, send it our way. Tell your friends and family. Shout us out on social media. Let's try to get to 1,000 subscribers. That is our first real big goal for the channel. We will just keep plugging away at Twitch, making a few bucks here and there, and trying to get some better cameras, some better mics and stuff like that. So definitely let us know. Just watching, liking the video helps us out. Sharing the video helps us out. We really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you in a couple of days for Dominant Species Marine. And anybody else have anything else?
Nope.
I think that's going to do it. Thank you guys so much. Always. Thank you guys. Love you guys. Glad you guys survived the storm and nobody got thrown overboard. You almost did, though. Almost did.
It was close.
Almost died.
Well, you can swim in that armor. That's the good part. That's you don't have any penalties to swimming in that armor, which is nice.
See? I got you the goods.
So, guys, thank you so much, and we will see you next week for episode 51. I know it's weird, but episode 51 of The Guns That Were All. Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
Bye.